good afternoon, Manchester, New Hampshire, and all the surrounding areas. It is just like summer out there, wearing shorts and a tank top.
We have to wear our bikinis.
Oh, yeah. Or is it our imagination?
I think it's our imagination.
Is it? Okay. It is quite chilly out here for this time of the year.
It's windy.
But you know what? Mother Nature is really saying, you know what? Get it together now before you get destroyed. We are going to welcome back, Will Hassell.
Willy Hassell?
Hassell and Lynne Nickerson.
Very good.
From their own radio show at 106.1.
That's right.
WSCA,
I got it
106.1.
Wow. WCSA?
WSCA.
Oh, well, I got
Very
it almost
close
right
north.
there. Yeah.
Very, very
And what is the
good.
name of your show?
Spirit Chasers? No, I'm sorry. Spirit Radio, the paranormal
Okay,
experience.
you get speaking to there, yeah.
I get a little bit closer.
Yeah. Spirit, or pull the mic closer to you. And you're also an author, am I correct?
Oh my, yes. I just came out with a book about a year ago now called Gateway to the Paranormal.
And how can they get a hold of it if they want?
Actually, it's on Amazon in both Kindle and paperback.
Awesome. What inspired you to write that?
I've been psychic kind of all my life, so I started, recording things as they happen. So I've got a pretty good record, like a diary, to refer to. And since we got involved in the paranormal, there've been a whole lot more stories. So
Interesting.
yeah.
And they're factual.
Yes, what we did
Well,
was
we add with them, yeah.
what we did was very factual, but then I do a lot of research, and we get it all backed up. A lot of it backed
Well,
up.
see, that's a good thing about what you're doing. And the one thing, as I told you both, you enjoy what you're doing.
We do.
You do enjoy your radio show.
We
Yeah.
do.
And it shows. I've actually had the pleasure, Mary, of being on the talking on the radio show. So
Yeah,
that's
Norm
really
has
good.
been on with us twice.
Yeah.
Can they
Yeah.
call
Fun
you
guest.
when you're on?
We only have one line, but they can text us.
Yeah,
That's
they
like
can
here,
text
they,
it,
with
yeah,
one
yeah.
line calling us.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And it's a lot of fun, folks. If you people have any questions, you can give us a call at 603-640-3091. And do you do readings or you just do paranormal?
I read constantly. Is that what you asked me if I read?
Yeah, psychic readings.
Oh, I see. No, with like cards over. No, I don't. I do my own, but I just don't seem to
Actually,
able
you
to
should
read
never
the signs.
do your own.
Hmm?
You should never do your own.
Well, I have.
Yeah.
But that's okay because I can't seem to interpret it, so.
There you go. That's why you're not.
That's probably why.
And one thing I have learned in doing what I do is don't read family members and don't read your best friends.
Yeah, no.
Because you're going to try to change them around to make it work.
Yeah.
And don't
know how to do
investigate your own house.
that. Right.
Yeah, that's another good thing. The stuff that you
Look
can.
over, see if you can feel the energy over there.
Over where?
In that corner.
Over in that corner. You had mentioned that before.
Yeah. We had
Is that
the
where the three
paranormals come in from Maine.
Uh-huh.
Lovely, lovely. And that's another one that I do respect. But actually, we had one of the paranormals that was sitting there. One of the spirits came in lavender and actually started talking to one of the women that were here,
Really?
which I have never seen or before or after.
I was here when it happened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you get the
know,
feeling
so-
that it's a portal? Or
Yeah.
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 'Cause I'm
And they're
feeling-
here to they tell me if I'm not doing the right thing or not. You can get them. I believe that spirit can tell you one way or the other. Do you believe that?
Are they here today?
What I'm feeling is almost like a numbness.
Yeah. Yeah, because they're
Remember that
listening to
point?
everything
Not
you're
me.
saying.
I don't think so.
Oh, okay.
I could be wrong.
It could be.
But they listen to everything we say. And they're the ones that tell me who I can invite on and who I can't invite on.
Oh, yeah, you're
actually.
serious.
Oh, well, good.
Oh,
At
yeah.
least they like us then. That's
Yeah,
good.
yeah.
Yeah,
you
this
know.
is our third time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and we're going to make it many more. I still see you moving to a bigger studio.
You're not the only one that's told us that, but we're still waiting.
Yeah.
We're-
Well,
we're
you got to
waiting
get
for
the
that big
donation.
offer,
Yeah, moving to a bigger studio, and we're supposed to get invited to England, Norm. Now, come on.
Yeah, you are.
When's this going to happen?
Do you want to go?
Yeah, we want to go.
Yeah, I got my bag packed.
Yeah.
You get your men pack?
My bag.
Oh, your
Bag.
bag all
Bag.
packed?
Suitcase, all
Is
packed.
she cute? That's going with you too?
Yeah.
Oh, all right.
I'm just
One of
waiting.
the things
Just
that
waiting for the word.
Do you, as a paranormal research, do you believe that once you cross over that you still have that sexual identity? Or are you just a spirit?
Well, there's just different schools of thought on that, but when you come through, you can come through for the sake of the people that are you're contacting, for the sake of familiarity, so that they can identify you type thing. Because essentially, you're really just in spirit when you're on the other side. But also, too, I was going to mention, you can, once you've crossed into the light, then you can come and go. But if you don't go when you're supposed to, then you wind up getting stuck. But as far as the sexual identification, I think they just identify with one side or the other as they were in life.
Right.
For recognition purposes by the living.
Give me a high five. You
You
did
got
a good job.
Good job.
Good job,
You
both
agree
of you.
with me?
Because I actually agree with you.
Yeah. good.
Okay? Because the one thing when I do mediumship work, as they want to call it, I will get a vision of what
Mental
the person
image.
looks like. Yep.
Yep.
I get the third eye will open. It'll
Yeah.
tell me who it. Like for you, there's a gentleman that has passed over. Will, if I may, I need your permission.
Sure,
Okay.
go ahead.
He's probably about 6'2", and he had baldness here, and he had a dry sense of humor, and he enjoyed drinking occasionally.
Doesn't ring a bell.
Okay, well, he knows you very well.
Okay.
Okay,
Not-
and they don't
not a
have
relative,
you
I
don't
take
have
it.
to know them, but they know you.
Okay. Not a
Okay.
relative, then I take it.
No,
Oh, okay.
no, it's just somebody you might have known, or it's going to be someone in the past.
Okay.
That's very proud that you're taking on the work that he had started many, many centuries ago.
Centuries. Oh, okay.
Okay, people think of all what we do and all happened in this century. No, it happened long before Jesus Christ. If you want to go into that,
Oh, sure.
and you were actually a slave owner.
I was. I
in the
find that
Egyptian
abhorrent.
times.
Hmm.
I'm
I'm
sorry.
sorry to hear that. I find it abhorrent.
I hope you're not
Well,
proud of that one.
I
No,
don't have any
It
recollection
is
of
who
that.
you are because it's made you who you are today.
Well, I just think that's terrible. Uh,
But
Well-
you, the one thing I'll give you credit for on that is you treated them all with respect, not like slaves. Okay, but you treated them all with respect. Sometimes, well, you have to re-encounter in order to be where you are today. So that we had to just
Yeah, it's a learning process.
Everything is a learning
Yeah.
process. Do you agree?
Yeah. I am.
When we stop learning, or they say, "Oh, we know everything," then you haven't learned a damn.
And then you know they're lying.
yeah, they're lying.
Only I know everything.
Well, yeah, we know that.
You're the exception. You're the exception to
No.
every rule.
If
Nora.
if I thought you know what, I don't know anything.
No, we all know.
No,
we
you
all
know
have
what I
little
mean?
pieces.
Yeah, we all go from our heart. Like I
Yeah.
put a lot of messages on Facebook, and my spirit writes it for me. If I did it all in a natural form, a human form, as far as spelling goes, and as far as my thoughts go, oh my God.
Yeah, I
know.
think we channel a lot of the information.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think we're meant to. You have an event coming up, right?
Well, yeah, we do.
As a matter of fact, we do.
Yeah.
I wonder how I know that.
We
You must
probably
be
Maybe
psychic.
Spirit
put a
might have
bug in
told me
your
on
ear.
Facebook.
You must be psychic.
Now that's not canceled, right?
It is
No,
not.
no.
Okay, 'cause I read down there where it's a big. You know.
Yeah, there was a rumor, but
Right.
that was a
Yeah,
mistake.
there was
Isn't
there
that
was a
amazing how
Facebook
rumors
glitch.
can start? Okay, you want to tell me about it? One of you two, or both of you, or whatever?
Sure.
Or how about singing it like in a song?
Well, no.
No,
No,
no.
you.
No,
No, I don't
that would be
think so.
good, don't you?
Wouldn't that be neat? That's something different.
All right. Well, you want to start, or you want me to start?
No, go right
Okay.
ahead.
Well, it's
Flip a coin, head,
I'll
tail,
just jump
head,
in.
tails.
it's coming up this weekend, and it's called the New England Parafest 2019. It's the 6th annual New England Parafest, and
To be the
it's-
most successful one, by the way.
That's right. It's
Congratulations.
going to be great. We've expanded. In the past, it's been one day. We've expanded this year. We're doing Friday night and Saturday. That's this weekend. It is a fundraiser for the Hilldale Cemetery in Haverhill, Mass, which is a good cause. 100% of the the net proceeds, yeah, after expenses,
Yeah.
goes to the cemetery. And we have
And now,
some-
what does that do for the cemetery?
That is a gorgeous old
Yeah,
place. It's
it's
full of beautiful monuments. It's laid out like a park. It's got gorgeous trees and little roads everywhere. It's a beautiful cemetery. It was built kind of like by rich people, but it fell into decay.
Yeah.
So
what you do is maintain it and
well, Tom Spitaleri is the director of
He's
it.
the president of the board.
Tom?
And he's making, this is their big effort to raise money so that it can be maintained, the graves can be maintained. There's some stuff that has to be done with the land because it's eroding, and so that's what this is, the big push for.
Awesome.
When Tom took it over, it was really in bad shape, and they've done a lot of work bringing it back. And
I kind of like the guy, except for his arrogance, but that's okay.
But what they're doing is they're uncovering headstones, or they're fixing old headstones that have fallen over.
Now, can they donate to that without actually going to the event?
Oh, sure.
I'm sure they could.
You get a bigger bang for your buck, though, if you come and donate.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Got some
Now, what are
great
you
speakers.
offering there?
Wow.
Well, we have all kinds of great speakers coming from all over New England on all sorts of paranormal and different subjects. We have, shall I give the list? Friday night, the updated list, I think. It's a little iffy at the moment. It changed. But Friday night, we are going to be at the KRI Center in Stratham, New Hampshire. It's 81 Portsmouth Ave, Stratham, New Hampshire. Doors open at 5:30. We have Jaylene Fontaine. She is an animal communicator with All About the Animals with Jaylene. She's our first presenter. And then after her, we have Karen Marcy and
Mike Sullivan?
Mike Sullivan, thank you, from Ectoweb Paranormal, and they're specialists in EVP, which for...
I was just going to say,
Yep, go
Karen
ahead.
has had a couple of her EVPs in movies, featured in some movies.
Awesome.
yeah,
Yeah.
in
White
Noise.
Noise is one of them. I don't recall the
was in
second
there,
one.
and she was also on, it was a TV show, I forget the name of it now. Anybody who doesn't know what EVP is, that stands for Electronic Voice Phenomenon, which are spirit voices that are caught on recorders.
Or it could also be other
And that's really
voices, too.
rare to get a voice of a spirit out of recording. It really is.
It
Yeah.
really is.
Yeah.
I've seen people, I
years-
recorded this. Like they had this
It's
one
eerie.
guy that would come on, and he said, I feel it. He'd grab you, he'd burn me. Spirits don't grab, they don't even touch you. They don't even want to be around you.
Well, sometimes they do, but
I've been touched.
Not when you're drunk.
Oh,
well.
no, probably not.
And you're doing a show,
yeah.
Unless
no.
the spirit's drunk, too, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
But anyway, the EVPs we feel are really good evidence, of
They are
paranormal.
rare,
Yeah.
but
You
the
know.
ones that you get
And
are...
then all day Saturday?
Well, to conclude Friday night first, third speaker is going to be Mike Stevens. Not sure what he's going to be talking about, but he is the director of Granite Sky Services, which is UFO abduction. What exactly
Well,
would
he
you
kind
call
of counsels people. People can open up about their contacts, their UFO contacts,
Yeah.
or abductions, if that's the case. It's just an environment where they feel comfortable to bring up their problems regarding that.
it? Yeah, a lot of people, they don't just, they
People
don't want to...
People don't want my next to your stepdaughter was actually abducted, and it was taken into a spacecraft, and nobody believes it. And also we saw it come floating around. We saw it actually landing, and when
Really?
they came out, they were like robots. And every time my next to your stepdaughter got pregnant, she would be reliving all of that. So when that man is talking about it, it really is
It's
true.
very disturbing.
I also
yeah.
believe that there are aliens here too.
You mean on Earth, or do you mean in the studio?
Well, you could be.
Yeah, I
Sometimes,
probably am.
sometimes I think she is, yeah.
Yeah.
No, people
No,
think
but I
the
agree with
aliens
you.
all look like bones and all that, metallic. No, they don't.
A lot of them have
I've
human
had a-
form.
Right, I've had a lot. I've been blessed by having like 3 or 4 different ones come in from. as
Yes, you
aliens.
had mentioned that. I find that fascinating. But you had mentioned that.
I'm not bragging, but I've worked very hard for my reputation, just like you two have.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't ask everybody to believe me. I really don't.
No?
But we know what we do is right and it's factual. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt your thing there.
I'm not here to convince anybody.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
But yeah, to finish off with Friday night, from 9 to 10 p.m., we are going to have Willy Miranda, who is the host of the Paradigm
Matrix.
radio show on KCOR Radio Las Vegas, is going to be at the center doing a live broadcast. He's flying in all the way from Las Vegas just for us.
Not exactly,
Well,
but
or from Leominster, Mass. I'm not sure which. And so he's going to be doing a live broadcast with the panelists and a live in-studio audience.
and the panelists
asking
are going to be all the
questions.
speakers.
Yeah, the panelists will be the speakers from Friday and Saturday. And then on Saturday, Kittery, Maine, at the Kittery Community Center, which is at 120 Rogers Road, Kittery, Maine. We are going to, doors open at 9:15. Our first speaker at 10 o'clock is going to be Larry Elwood, and he is an ordained minister and exorcist. He's going to be talking about pitfalls and protection in the paranormal. That should be pretty interesting.
So he deals with exorcisms and whatnot. Yeah.
I love doing that.
It can be dangerous.
Exorcisms?
Yeah.
Oh,
And,
that'd
you
be-
know, I'm not bragging with that. Too many things I haven't done with the Spirit allowing me to. I had a gentleman that come in Sunday, and man, you could feel all that in his back and coming out of his back. I mean, when
You
I
could
was
feel the
doing
negative energy, you're saying?
I'm sorry?
You could feel the negative
Oh, yeah.
energy.
When I did the back on him, the removal of all that, it was like you could feel little lumps on his back that didn't want to boy. It took me about an hour and a half to go through the whole thing, the legs and back. And I'm going to tell you, the next time I do it, if you want, I'll find out for sure. If you two want to come and join me, you're more than welcome to. I invite people to come and watch what we do. Although I did have one person that tried to control everything, and go, no, it's still, you know. But I enjoy what I do, and I think you guys do. And I wonder if the people from the paranormal people up in Maine, they have I have them come on my show so often.
Where's
Ed
Larry
Hardy.
Elwood from?
He's from Maine somewhere. I'm not sure.
And Bolton
I
and Hardy
think.
is one of them. Yeah, they're paranormal. He's been here when they've been on with the dog
Yep.
and all, right?
Yeah.
Who was that?
And Bolton and Hardy.
Oh, okay.
And one of them, like, my mind is so blank. And one of them comes on. She has a service dog that comes on. And I've had different paranormals come on, and I've actually kicked two of them off. Don't try to fool me. Don't try to fool me because it looks. And I think you agree with me. It makes the other paranormals look bad, and I'm not going to tolerate that. I don't have to agree. The only thing I really don't agree with is invading a house without the permission of the spirits.
Yeah.
You know?
But what else is
So
happening?
you got quite an activity going on.
We do.
There's
Hey, we're
even
not finished
more.
yet.
Yeah.
After Larry, we have Ronnie LeBlanc, who is the author of Monsterland.
His big topic is Bigfoot.
Yeah,
And-
Bigfoot
Bigfoot studies and
Orange Orbs,
And
and
Orange
I forget
Orbs.
the name of the
he's
book
written a
exactly.
book and it's very successful. And now he, along with Maddie,
And he's going to be presenting along with Maddie Blake, who
they have a
is
TV show, radio show.
a TV show.
Okay.
For the people who are familiar with the Curse of Oak Island TV show,
Oh, yeah.
yep. Maddie Blake is the host of Drilling Down the Curse of Oak Island. So he's going to be presenting along with Ronnie, and he's going to be talking about Oak Island and doing a question and answer of the Oak Island, which I think is going to be very interesting. And then after lunch, we have Tom D'Agostino. He's the author of
About 13 books.
15,
13, 15, yeah.
Who knows? A whole bunch of books on paranormal, and he is going to be talking about the ghosts of the Blackstone Valley. Tom is always a great speaker.
Where's that? Connecticut or Rhode Island?
That's
Or?
I think it's Rhode Island. I'm not
He
actually
focuses
sure.
in each of his books on different areas or maybe ghost towns. He has a book on ghost towns and whatnot. He's very knowledgeable.
Yeah, he's always a great speaker.
Extensive amount of research.
And following Tom, we have Cody Ray Desbian. This is first time for him. And he is the EVP specialist for TAPS, the Atlantic Paranormal Society, the program Ghost Hunters.
Ghost hunters, yeah. So
And
he works
also
with them.
for Rise Up, which is the Rhode Island Society for the Examination of Unexplained Phenomenon. I got it.
Yeah, you got that. Very good.
And he's going to be there. And then we have Dan Peer, Christine Peer, and Kim Shalecki from the Connecticut Paranormal Research Team. And they are going to be talking about EMF, how EMF affects the paranormal and the dangers of high EMF. And then brand new, our last speaker, it was just changed, is going to be Andy Kitt, who owns the Kitt Research Center where we are Friday night. He's a paranormal investigator and author of the book Ghost Science and the Number 42. And I haven't got his title of his presentation yet. I don't know what he's going to be talking about, but he's always interesting.
Yeah.
And that pretty much wraps it up. We are also going to be having raffles, all sorts of vendor tables. A lot of vendors are coming in. And it's going to be a great time.
And where is this?
Friday night is at the Kitt Research Initiative at 81 Portsmouth Ave in Stratham. Doors open 5:30 and runs till 10 o'clock. And then Saturday at the Kittery Community Center, 120 Rogers Road, Kittery, Maine. Doors open 9:15, and we're there all day until about 5:15.
And I don't want to know the price because we can't.
No,
But is there an entrance fee?
there is, yep.
Okay.
And it's it all goes to.
I don't want to know how much it is.
And
lunch
lunch
No.
is also available there too. They'll have food
And
available.
if they want to
Yeah.
find out more, they can go to your
If
website.
for a full list of speakers and bios for all the speakers, they can go to willyhassell.net. That's WILLYHASSELL.net. Everything
He
is
knows
on
how
there.
to spell?
I do.
He does well, yeah.
It took me years to practice
practiced.
that norm, but I finally got it.
All right. You know, the only thing I don't like hearing all the time is the ghost hunters or the ghost spell, the spirit, they're not ghosts. And this is my pet peeve because all I can think of when they talk about ghosts, Casper, the friendly ghost, but the ghost, unfortunately, is like the ghost hunters on different stations, and they
Yeah.
use the word ghost, and I always find that offensive to the. But this is just me,
Yeah.
okay? Because they're really not. If you look it up, they're spirits.
Yeah, it's
I
a
always-
question of
yeah.
semantics, and you have to get on board what you mean
Right.
by ghost, what you mean by
Yeah.
spirit, what you mean by soul.
Right. You know,
I always
and the
preferred
word ghost is
spirit
just a
myself.
slang
Yeah.
way to get publicity.
Well,
But that's me.
Ghosts are more generally used for something that you can see, usually visually,
Right.
either a column of smoke or maybe a full-bodied apparition, but still they're spirits.
Yeah.
So I do agree with you.
Yeah. You have an aura all about you today.
Oh,
Oh, baby.
what does that mean?
Actually, everybody has auras.
Hmm.
Okay. Yours is like a very pale red. Have you been sick recently? Like with a cold or some kind of a bronchial? Well,
Yeah, yeah.
because I'm seeing a red aura around your body, and it's trying to tell you that you've got to allow it to heal yourself and stop
I hope
trying.
I'm on the mend.
We're not going to hope. We're going to know.
All
Okay.
right. I like
And
that.
I also will tell you that you got to start. You're anemic.
I'm anemic. Oh,
You get tired very easily, don't you?
I have been recently. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You got to take you eat red meat.
No,
Are you a vegetarian?
I've been leading in that direction. I try to get protein.
Okay,
but
then
yeah,
you need to eat spinach
yeah. Spinach.
to bring your
Get that
up.
iron.
You're right. You need that iron.
Be like
okay?
Popeye.
Right, yeah. Like when a Popeye and olive oil,
There you go.
But one of the things I will also tell you that, like I said, you're a centuries-year old
Oh yeah,
before Christ.
yeah.
Okay.
I'm working on different past lives. I
Yeah.
suspect.
Yeah, you're going to be right about when you're in a dream. A lot of your past lives are going to be focusing.
I get a lot
So
of
you have to
information in
start-
dreams.
Yeah, so that's how you have to start writing them. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, I do. I
Don't be
do
afraid
record
to.
it.
Your husband understands what you're doing, but he accepts this as
He
who
doesn't
you are.
exist.
You don't have a husband? Oh,
That's you forgot that.
yeah, I thought you did.
Hmm.
Oh, okay. Do you want a husband?
Gee, that's for another show.
Because actually, when the time is right, you will meet someone that'll be compatible. I always thought you two were a couple.
We're partners.
A lot of people do.
We're business partners
Well,
and friends.
But you two knew each other in your past life.
We've been told that before,
Okay.
too. Yeah.
You were so mean to him back then?
Really?
Yeah.
Probably deserved it.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
He was a quiet instigator.
One thing I wanted to mention to you, we're talking about past lives and whatnot.
Yeah.
I just saw a movie, and it's called Cloud Atlas, and I can't tell you when it was done, but within the last 10
Actually,
years.
it's been a very good movie.
Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Well, I just saw it, and it blew my mind because it juxtaposes 6 different lifetimes with the same people in them. Sometimes you recognize them in different roles. Sometimes they look completely different, and their relationships with the other people change. It is so well done.
I actually identified very well with him.
Yeah, it was well done.
One of the things I'm looking at both of you is I know that you're going to a different studio.
Yeah.
I'm not
Tell us
sure.
more.
I'm not sure if it's the same people that you're going with, but I know there's another new studio like towards the Massachusetts area that's more acceptable. New Hampshire is the hardest state to get through paranormal and psychic readings that I've ever been in. I was in Concord 2 weeks ago. Man, it was hard. If they don't know you up there, it is hard to break through that wall.
And you're talking Concord, New Hampshire,
Yeah,
right?
I've been up there 3 or 4 different times, and there's one girl, they knew her, so of course she was quite busy, but the rest of us know. The Concord has probably Manchester has I'm a pioneer here in Manchester, but most of my clients are from out of state or from
Oh, really?
other countries. I love doing readings from other countries. I have to have an interpreter, but I think it's awesome when they can recognize what you do. And I want you, everything that you and I do, remember this, we've earned the right to do it. Okay? Like Mary, you like homemade baked beans?
I do.
They don't like me, but yeah.
Oh, she makes the best homemade baked beans ever. When we have an event and she makes them, she has to make 2 crock pots full because they go that quickly.
Well, I'm coming.
And one of the old tradition, baked beans and Johnny cake making the patient's bellyache, needs to be the same. Every Saturday night you had beans and hot dogs, right? And cornbread in New England. What I laugh about when I see beans at breakfast, at a breakfast table, I get so hysterical with that. And do you have breakfast? Beans in your breakfast?
Beans and Hamburg.
At breakfast? Oh.
That's hearty.
Sounds good to me.
But getting back to your idea about psychics not being popular in New Hampshire,
Right.
I find that there's a lack of an interest. Like even in the libraries, if you go to look for paranormal books, there isn't much. And there seems to be no request for them.
No. See, with me, and I've worked very hard at what I'm at. Oh, don't get me wrong, I get a lot of people from Manchester.
Yeah.
But most are from Nashua, Massachusetts, or even up north or whatever. And I get a lot too, But you always have to remember, you have to earn. Like with your radio show, it's pretty popular. Will you agree?
Oh, yeah.
And but you have to earn that right.
Well, I think you have to treat the material honestly and be authentic. Yeah. But it is true.
And treat your guests with respect.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh yeah.
But there
And
does seem
this
to
is
be
my
a-
19th year this month.
What's that?
This month?
Yeah, it's 19 years.
19.
Congratulations.
Not 9, but 19.
19.
Congratulations. That's fabulous.
I want to
Mom.
go up at 25. Then
Why
I have
not?
to carry me in with a walker. I'm coming. Don't hurt me now. Here I come.
When you're ready, I'll get you a walker.
There you go.
I got one for you.
All right, and the food over
Be a long time.
here, But if I look forward to my show. Now you're going to be on tonight, right, at 10 o'clock?
Actually, tonight we're taking a break while we're having a
Well,
rerun.
we're going to do a rerun tonight.
Yeah, we've got the Parafest coming up, so we are really jamming
Yeah, because I've only missed 4 shows.
here.
Yeah.
Good for
It's
you.
not my fault, Mother Nature.
That's what reruns are for.
Yep,
Yeah.
that's right.
And I don't get me wrong. I've had a lot of interesting co-hosts
Oh,
throughout.
yes. Yes, you have.
Yeah, and the first show I ever did. Oh my God, it was awful. Neither one of us knew what the hell we were doing. She come in with a bright red outfit on with bright red lipstick. I had a purple tie with a blue shirt. No, I mean, it was really jamming it out, man, you know. And but we did it. We started
What
out
kind
with
of a show was it? I mean, was it
A
your
psychic
same
show.
format?
Yeah, psychic show.
Or
Yep.
so- okay.
And a little small room with a table, 3 cameras, a fireplace, and that was it. Then the next show I had on, this lady come on. I'll never forget it. I said, I don't think I want to do it again. She's sitting there. I go, oh my God. But, you know, that's what you learn early. But I've had people that have been on that had cerebral palsy. I've had people that had MS. I don't believe in handicaps. Okay? Yeah, but I also we had.
Well, you don't believe in handicaps as an impediment.
Right.
Right,
Yeah.
yeah.
And the people that I have had on, I've had blind people come on. This one kid
Yeah.
sounded like Jimmy Reeves. Another one played the guitar. I've had autism.
That's excellent.
I've had young girls and boys come on. You know what? Everybody's welcome, just like with your show. You know, I don't have a special.
They just have to be for real, though. They have to be authentic.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh no, I don't. You know, I love having kids come on.
Yeah.
I really do. I had this
Yeah.
young boy. Oh my God, he drove
Brings
me up
energy.
a wall after a while. But this young boy, he wanted to be a rap singer. He had autism and a twin sister.
You want to be a rapper?
Yeah, and he's autistic. You know what? Still, you know what? I let him come on. And, you know what? He did a heck of a good job.
Yeah,
You know?
terrific.
He
That's
said to
the
me,
idea. Make
"Oh,
them
I-"
happy.
Yeah, I said, "Oh, I don't." He said, "I don't do that anymore, no. I've grown up." I said, "Oh, okay." You know.
Wow. Mary, could I ask you, are you at all psychic?
In mine, no.
No? You don't do readings or anything?
I got her in there.
Okay.
I talked her into doing her own TV show.
Oh, and what would be the topic?
Anything.
Anything.
You want to tell them about it?
I've known better as cruising with Mary.
Cruising with
And the
Mary.
other thing that came to my head, because I did have a 96 Cadillac that I
Sure.
did cruise with it and shows with it. So the only thing that popped in my mind was the caddy.
Okay,
That
so
red
you would
cat.
cover various topics like what?
Anything you want to talk
politics
about.
or-
Like what
it's
we do
open.
here.
Yeah.
It's open mic for anybody who wants.
And-
You
So,
know what I mean?
Is that going to be here?
Yeah, that's Thursday here at 5 o'clock.
Cool.
So you've already started it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, great.
Been almost 2 years
Congratulations.
now, right?
Yep, going on 3 years.
And I gave her
excellent.
Yeah.
like, you can do it there. Actually, I've
It's
had
his
my.
fault.
Right? Yeah.
We can blame him,
Actually,
okay.
I've had, if I counted them down, I had like 17 spin-off of my show.
17. Well, that means you're doing a good thing because imitation is the best form of flattery.
That's the way I look at it.
Yeah.
Say, yeah.
And if I do have a bounty on my head for $5, $5, you know. At least I could have made it 50, right? You know.
Or 500.
Yeah, you know. One of the things that I like, you know, I cause a lot of controversy. I enjoy doing it. But when I'm on my show, I take my show that we kid around, as you guys know. What made you two decide to do this radio show?
Well, we
You wanna
went
take
to...
that first?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we started meetups over at the Care Eye Center, and their focus is paranormal, the unexplained, and so we met there, and then I don't know how we both found out about the same engineering class.
Yeah, well, for me, it was kind of an accident. I was a guest on another radio show there.
There
And
where?
At
Oh,
WSCA.
Okay.
And one of the hosts said to me, you know, it was a guest, the paranormal guest, and she said, well, why don't you have your own show? And I can't do a radio show. I never thought of any such thing. I started thinking about it, and then I did the smartest thing that I've ever done. I asked Lynne if she wanted to host the show with me.
Thanks.
And almost, well, about 5.5 years later, here we are.
And it's fun, isn't it?
Broadcast
Yeah.
all over the world.
I
Okay.
did. That was something I wanted to do too, but I just couldn't embark on it by myself. I just didn't really know what steps to take. So we both took an engineering class together. After I went through it, I knew that wasn't my bailiwick, that was his. So
Yeah, she's the interviewer. I'm the
he takes over the
I'm the button
technical,
pusher.
and we both kind of work on the graphics together, and he does a lot of the editing and whatnot. Does a
No
good job.
pornographics?
Pardon me?
no, just
No.
graphics.
No pornographics?
Just graphics, plain graphics. Yep.
gee.
Plain old
Artistic graphics. Yeah.
You know, that's when I started my show 19 years ago. I wanted to do, I was watching, they used to have a show called Big Time Wrestling with my friend Buddy Stewart. And I'm watching. And I said, that looks like it might be fun. So I talked to her about it. So then I went over here and I got interviewed, and believe me, I got tested, and that's fine. And then I looked at one of my partners and I said, I'm not going to do the show. He said, oh, yes, you are. And I, no, I'm not. Because you know how you get the squeeby beebies, when you don't want them? You did too, right?
Yeah.
And I go, no. I said, you give me a sign that I'm going to do my show. So we put it on Channel 23 in Big Time Wrestling. And all of a sudden, this guy, Buddy Stewart, said, Norman Moody, who is a psychic, is going to be coming on our station. So tune in for that. I go, oh.
And the phones lines it up, right?
You have to do it.
And so, you know what? I have no regrets, no turning back. I started out with a half hour, went to an hour, then I went to an hour and a half one day, and an hour and a half the next day. Now I go 2 hours. But it's fun.
You get to meet a lot of interesting people too.
I really
that
do.
you otherwise wouldn't
And
come in contact with.
Yeah. I'm not only when my friend Lori, I miss her still quite a lot.
I bet, yeah.
But she was all about just spiritual. But I don't want to be just spiritual. I know we have to be, and sometimes I do bring them in. But I also like to be. It's that community.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So like we're gonna have a guy next week that is running a rehabilitation called Hope. I'm not in favor of our tax dollars going there, but we'll see what they have to offer. And. So, and then we've had politicians come on, haven't we, Mary?
Yep.
Boy, that Mary's grill them. What's she mean, right?
Yep.
Yep.
You go with the flow.
Yeah.
And make them explain
That's
themselves.
like with you. I actually see you, both of you, when you're from Michigan, of course, you're going to be on a national, like NURTV or something like that, or WNIND. You're actually going to be on another station. You're going to be not only my show, but you'll be prepared to start being interviewed on different shows. Don't hold yourself back.
I will say that
Phone's not ringing, though.
They will.
there is something coming up. It's a guy, he's got a show called Baphomet. No, Euphomet.
Euphomet. Yeah.
Euphomet, because Baphomet is what he took the name from. And he travels the country and he interviews people about various paranormal experiences. So rather than interview them on the phone or on the radio, he meets them in person. I don't think that he films any of it, which he probably should.
I don't think so. Yeah, you should.
But he's going to interview me about the book.
Good. That's going to be a step on.
Okay.
And he's going to like your interview.
Well, I hope so. He's
You're not going to hope.
good.
Well, thank you. We're going to know.
He was a guest on the radio show once. That's how we
and
got in contact with him. So
He's excellent.
when he's coming up here, he's going to interview Lynne. Then he's going to be on the radio show that night too.
Yeah.
So.
When people hope, the angels will hope with you. When people say, I know, the angels know as well. That's one of my... That's one of my...
That's true.
Yeah, well, sometimes unanticipated things happen,
Yeah.
so we're hoping that it goes in the right direction, and if not, then maybe later.
When we are going in the right... When we hope that we're going in, the angels will hope. So just say, okay, if I know I'm going in the right direction, but
Yeah.
if I'm not, change it for me.
Yeah,
okay?
let me know it.
And are you really going to start writing your next book?
Yeah, I have begun it. There's been a little hiatus, but I have begun it. Thank you. That's good. That's encouraging.
Okay, good. You're an author. You're an author.
Oh, well, thank you.
Okay. And what you write from the heart.
Mm.
Okay.
True. And it's all true.
Right. And that's the main thing. I've got to get back into writing my book because I've always had that fear. Once I write my book, then I'm going to die. I know I'm not going to, but you know how you feel.
Yeah,
you know what
do.
I mean?
I know. There's a finality.
there's always
about
that
it.
finality.
Just
you
leave
know.
out the last chapter. That's all.
Yeah.
Publish it without
to
the
be
last.
continued.
There you go. And I evaluate where I've been, who I've been with. And everything in our journey has happened for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
Good, bad, or indifferent. And let me tell you, I was quite the lady of the night at one time. But
You were.
yeah, she used
Now
to be
the
my
truth
bodyguard.
comes
But we learn from our experiences, don't
Right,
we?
don't we? And I had no regrets from it. Do you?
Learn from my experiences.
No,
I
do you have any regrets, or is there anything?
I have some, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
If you had to change, would you change your life, your path?
Yeah.
You would?
There might be couple little different
I
choices,
think,
but
yeah. I think
But it
I'm on the
wouldn't be where
right.
you are today.
I think I'm
trajectory
on the
now.
right path now, but
Yeah.
I would have changed
You've always been on the right path.
long. Well,
It's all learning.
It was a
learning
winding
process.
country road that
Oh,
got to the path.
but would
I
you
guess.
want it? The reason why I'm not going to, I mean, my life is not all peaches and cream. I mean,
I don't
I
think
spent
anybody's
3
is.
different nights in jail, for being overly
you learn from
intoxicated.
it?
And you know what? And I didn't learn until I got sober.
Yeah.
But every path, everything that we have in life always happens for a reason.
Yeah.
I can remember saying, I don't want to do this anymore. I'm tired. I'm going to throw in the towel. All of a sudden, my spirit shows me, this is what you're going to look like. A one-room shack with all kinds of, I go, no, I don't want that. Life has a purpose for it. We know before we come here.
That's what they say.
I'm a true believer of that, You've already enrolled him, but then you still choose it. Like we choose our parents.
Yeah, there are issues that we're supposed to work on in this
Right,
lifetime.
and that's what we're doing.
Yeah.
We're making, we make ourselves better this time so that we don't have to come back.
Yeah.
Will, have you had a lot of breathing problems?
Breathing problems? No.
Breathing or bereavement?
Breathing.
Oh,
Breathing.
breathing? Okay.
No.
That's me.
I know you have.
That's right.
You're a chronic breathing problem.
Mm.
You came into this world with a breathing problem.
Could be.
You actually died when you were 3 weeks old and then came back to life.
I might have. I've come close to dying several times, at least a dozen times,
Yeah,
if you can believe
see,
that.
like with me, we're not quitters. We continue
We're
on,
not
the
supposed to
journey
go
will
yet.
show us.
Yeah.
We know.
Yeah.
I mean, we could all give up and say, oh, no, I know what it's like to be homeless, but you know what? It may be better for who I am. If anybody says the roads are clear and easy, no, they're not.
Mm.
I love it when a reader comes to me and says, oh, my life is all this and all that great. And I said, how can you be a true reader if you haven't been, or a counselor if you haven't been on the road?
I think we're all faced with our challenges. It's
We have to.
in different areas, but still it's a challenge for that
Yeah.
person at that time.
If you're not, then you're blind. Or I had one lady tell me
Or
she
you're
knows
dead.
it all.
Yeah.
I said, you know it all? I looked at Lori. Lori looked at me, and I said, well, okay. Then I had another one. She had studied for 8 months with this one person. Now she was teaching. I'm going, oh, wow. Got more power to you. I learned, and I know you two do, there's a reason why I'm talking like this. We learn, like when you're paranormal groups, you learn something new every day.
Mm-hmm. And
Do
you
you
have
know it all?
What was that?
Do you know it all?
I don't know any of it.
Thank you.
I also think that we have to be open to reading the signs because sometimes that has saved me. One time in particular, I had the sound of crashing metal in my head when I got into my car seat, and I thought for sure I was going to be in an accident. And I didn't want to leave. I was at the dentist office, and I had to drive back to work. So I decided I'd get back on the highway, and I'd drive really slowly, and I'd stick over to the right-hand lane. I was so sure I was going to be in an accident. I wound up running over sheet metal that had fallen off of this truck, and I couldn't see it until the cars had woven in and out in front of me, and when I ran over it, I knew that was the sound. So I'm thinking, what would have happened had I not driven, if I had driven quicker? Because I was going 45. That was the minimum speed at the time. And I think that, I could have been behind the truck that dropped that metal.
You wouldn't be alive today.
I really don't think so. So I think you have to listen to the signs.
Oh, absolutely.
But that isn't even one of the
Premonitions.
times. What's that?
Premonitions.
Yeah, precognitive or whatever, yes.
My friend Bob and I, we were trying to go to Salem, and we started going down the back way. Went through
28?
there, yeah. And all of a sudden, there was this road block, trees cutting up. And I said, okay. So then we went another way, and there was another stop. I said, Bob, I don't think we're meant to go to Salem. I said, because we're getting all these signs, and he agreed
Yes.
with me, You have to listen to your signs.
So did you go to Salem that day?
No. I ended up going to Derry to a nice little diner in Mary Ann's.
Yeah.
So did you get any feedback as to what?
Spirit said, had I gone through, we wouldn't have came back home alive.
Who said that, Jerry?
Spirit.
Oh, Spirit.
Okay.
Wow.
All our angels are there to protect us. All we have to do is call them,
Or listen to them when they give us nudges,
I
Right.
believe in angels.
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah, every so often, Norm will sometimes will sit here. It happened Monday on a trip to Massachusetts with a little feather. Every so often, I see a feather come down.
Yeah, it happens
A
here
little
quite
white
often.
feather comes out of nowhere.
A lot of people talk about white feathers as signs.
Well, nothing signs
Coming
of
from
angel
nowhere.
being with you. And good
So,
news.
what did it warn you of, Mary?
Most of the time, it's here when I see him.
Here in
And-
this building?
Yeah. And I'll say, Norm, look at this little feather coming down.
It's probably from the pigeons.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Pigeon in the nest.
And Monday we went to Massachusetts, down to Cambridge, and all once this little, I'm looking around, a little white feather, and I got my hand and landed right on my hand.
Hey, we have a trivia question, right?
Yes, we do.
Okay. You wanna?
What is the color from here right up until Easter? There is a color that's up on the altar for everybody. And that's just about every denomination. So we have a Rubik's Cube. We have a frog.
That's
He's got a bell. And also somebody out there that's a runner or a walker, you can put this, if you know somebody, it goes on your arm. So you don't have to carry your phone. So call 640-3091.
Area code 603. And let us know your address, or you can actually come tomorrow to the studio to
Yep,
pick it up.
pick it up. Just call and say hi, I don't care.
And what's the color though?
You can't say the color.
No. What is the question again?
What is the color for April,
That's what.
for the altar?
Okay, during the Easter.
From Palm Sunday on.
Okay. So if you got an answer on that, give us a call. One thing I'd like to do with everybody here, we've had a lot of people coming up lately that are crossing over or getting cancer and all that. So for all the people who have recently crossed over, we ask that the Holy Spirit, universal spirit of life, please be with these people, the family members, and we ask that you just bless the family and try them into their arms, as each one who has lost their loved one or their pets or whatever. We ask you to comfort them. We ask you to let them know that the family member is okay as they are about to cross. And for my friend whose son has been gone now for 11 years, and all these other people who have been gone for many, many years, we ask you, O Spirit, to give them a sign to let them know that they are okay. We ask it in your name. Amen.
Amen.
I like doing mediumship work. I really do. When I talk to someone who has crossed over and they haven't met, I feel very honored. I love it when people take classes. I think that, see, everything I have, like with you, everything has become naturally, correct? Okay? You might take some course a little bit here and there, but nothing. I love it. Well, I took this class on how to do tarot cards, or I took this class, or how to do. I've never took classes like. I
You
just
have
hear.
to know the significance of the symbols, so you need some education on it. But
Not
then,
really.
Well,
Allow your spirit to give it to you.
there's a reason.
I just because I've been blessed. Okay, it's okay to have the theory, but then you have to lead and go. Like I had a woman come on and she wouldn't do a reading without her book there. I said, I'm not going to pay you money to read out of a book. Okay, then take the basic, but then it's like going to college and you're getting psychology courses and you're taking all these courses for counseling. It's cool to have the basics, but then it's time to face reality.
Well, some of them do have meanings, of course.
Right. Oh, yeah, absolutely.
I mean, there's that theory, but sometimes people use them just as a way of distraction, and Spirit speaks to them.
See, people need to see, like when I do readings, I don't really need them. People need to have something in front of them so we can work
That's
on
what
it,
I'm saying,
you know.
yeah. Ooh, have you got cards with you today?
He
Of
does.
course.
And since he has them right there, he's going to do a reading for me, isn't he?
Sure, pop right over here. We got swap places.
Swap places?
Oh, yeah, okay. Do you want to sit in my chair and move over?
I guess. Guess that would be swap
Good
places.
thing we're on TV, or
That's mine.
I'll say something nasty. Well, I'm going to have you shuffle these.
You know,
not a very
I
good
expect the
shuffler,
same.
But,
You're going to get one after. Yeah, the last time I think I forgot my cards and I didn't do one or something.
No, you've never done this before. That's
Well, I've never
kind
done it to you too?
this is
Oh,
neat.
okay.
Yeah.
I'm not much of a shuffler. So
That's all I
so
need
here
is
we
your
go.
energy. Pick out 7 cards.
7
Don't look
cards.
at 'em.
The 7-card stud.
Yeah. Ooh, baby.
Ace is high. Deuce is wild.
Are you a poker
I
player?
noticed they're black velvet cards.
A good whiskey, see. Okay. I want you to think about something that you want to happen for you. I don't want to know about it. I don't want you to tell anybody else about it, but I just want you to think about something like a wish or whatever, thing that you want to have for you. When you do that, let me know.
Yeah, I got it.
You got it? Okay. In time, it all will come and reveal itself.
Okay.
Okay. When you are in a relationship with someone, you're a very caring, loving person. Okay. But you're also a
pass that
person
around.
that, I'm sorry?
So don't pass that around.
No,
You
I
have
won't.
My
Okay.
reputation.
But you can, but you can also isolate yourself very much too when you want to.
I can.
Okay. You have no problem being introverted.
What are you laughing at?
Okay. Am I right?
Apparently. Yeah.
Yeah. But when you do, what you're learning, you're getting better at it. You're getting out to meet more and more people.
This
You
is
know,
true.
stop hiding in your house. Get out and do more. Okay. There's a gentleman. Did your dad pass?
Yeah, when I
Okay.
was 15.
Okay. If I tell your dad is very proud of you, what would you say to me?
I'd say I'm glad to hear that.
Okay. He doesn't understand what you're doing.
Probably not.
Okay.
Yeah, you
And
had
he-
mentioned that before, that
Yeah,
his
you
father
did,
didn't
yeah.
understand. Yeah.
But he respects the fact that you're continuing and doing it and not giving up on it. Okay. Your mother also passed?
Yeah.
She wants you to forgive her. I don't know why, but
I
you know, a
have
lot of
nothing
times
to
when
forgive her
spirit,
for.
okay, a lot of times when spirit cross someone, they think might have done something wrong or whatever, so they want us to forgive them. So, and she hasn't.
Absolutely
You
not.
were close to your mom, weren't you? You were also a very stubborn young man when you were growing up, huh?
I'm a very stubborn old man, too.
Still.
Yeah, well, we're always young.
What?
Okay, we're always young at heart.
Oh,
Okay.
always young, yeah.
I also will tell you, you have a lot of acquaintances, but to friends, you evaluate very well. You take into, you don't have a lot of true friends, but with the ones you have, you're very sincere with.
Yes, small group of friends.
Right,
Yeah,
and you feel more comfortable with that. I have a lot of acquaintances.
Right.
You both know, and I know, that if we didn't do what we do, like with the paranormal and the reading, we wouldn't have all these many people around us. And that's okay. But that's part of who we are. How old are you?
65.
You have cataracts?
Just a young guy.
There you go. You have cataracts?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I might have.
And I'm looking at, you might have to have some cataracts removed in the next 2 or 3 years.
It's possible.
Again, you have
Possible,
blurred
yeah.
vision at times.
Yeah, oh yeah, I do.
And it's not, I don't see you as a drinker.
No, I don't. Very, very seldom.
No, he doesn't
What are you
drink.
laughing at?
Nothing
Very
wrong with
seldom.
a little homemade cigarette once in a while, you know.
It's
No, not
been many,
smoking.
many years since I did that, too.
Well, I do your share.
Oh, okay. As long as somebody's holding it up, holding up my end.
One other thing you have an old truck?
No.
Who has an
No,
old
no.
truck? I'm getting a very strong old truck.
I don't know.
Someone near you got to get a call on them. They want you to come and haul their butts out of that truck because they're gonna. And it's some friend of yours that has an old truck. It's a black old truck, in the 1998.
No, I
or something.
spent 35 years driving trucks.
Okay,
And
but this is
maybe,
someone who you may get a call from,
Okay.
acquaintance or whatever. The one thing about you, your home is very open to people. In other words, you have a very kind heart. And once they
again,
betray
don't
you,
pass that around.
yeah, okay.
You know,
But if they betray you, you'll still forgive them, but you don't forget.
That's true. Yeah, I am very forgiving. Yeah.
Okay. You have children?
No.
Sure.
Positive.
Careful, Norm.
The trip to the doctor's office took care of that.
Okay. Many years ago.
Yeah.
Okay. I actually see you moving to a whole new area, but you're not going to be moving there alone. You're going to be moving like towards more, where it's more prominent in the area of the field that you're in. Your partner here will truck right along with you, so we don't have to worry about that.
Oh,
Okay.
3 of us in the same apartment?
3 of us?
You and Jim and me?
You didn't say anything about Jim.
You said,
I said the partner.
Your partner, you said.
yeah, I know, but if we go, Jim's going to tag along. We know
He's
that.
just a
That's his
tag
brother.
along. He's
That's his
just
brother.
a tag along, no pity. Remember that song of Just a Tag Along?
No,
Probably
can't say
not.
that I do.
Before your time.
So anyway, I'm going somewhere more.
I actually look at you moving, either moving or visiting near the Las Vegas area, where it is more prominent in the field that you two are in, and maybe for a temporary stay, then coming back here.
Temporary.
I'm not sure.
I don't want to live in Las Vegas.
But you're going to do a lot of work out of Las Vegas.
Oh, that would be okay.
Okay, it's going to take another 3 to 4 years.
We do have connections in Vegas.
One of the thing I also
Gina.
too will tell you, financially,
Oh,
financially you're going to be okay. I'm not going to tell you you're going to be
was it?
super rich.
Oh, financially.
Yeah, you're going to be okay. You know how to manage your money when you have to.
When I have to, and I also know how to spend it when I
Oh,
want.
isn't that awful? I'm doing better about managing my money. I have a pretty routine.
I have to.
Yeah.
I had no choice.
Yeah. We have actually everything we do now is we have all these bread. We have a bread maker, donut maker. You make it. We make everything ourselves. It's cheaper in the long run, and then you know what's in it. Okay.
Norm, do you need to turn those cards over to...
I will.
I was
Oh,
wondering
okay.
what he's going to
Yeah.
do with the rest of
Yeah.
them.
Okay,
Relax.
I'm
relax.
anxious.
So am I.
You have a brother.
I
mean,
do.
yeah, a brother.
I do, yes.
You're okay with him? Now, does he live with you?
He does. We
Okay.
share an apartment.
He doesn't understand what you're doing, but he's okay with it.
He's becoming more aware,
Well,
but
well, he knows
You
that you're
know-
not out to hurt people.
Oh, yeah. You know, it's funny with him. It depends what day you ask him,
Yeah.
if he believes in ghosts or not.
This is your year for a lot of success, okay, the next 6 weeks or 6 months. Expect and allow it to happen. Stop blocking,
I'm
okay?
not blocking. I'm waiting.
Subconsciously you are,
Okay, maybe.
okay? So sometimes we don't realize it when we do block it, okay? I also will tell you I am concerned about your blood pressure at times.
Well, my blood pressure actually is excellent.
But be very careful because it could get like that. It may seem okay
I know
today,
it
but
could.
you know,
In
as
the
we get
past,
older,
in the
you know,
past, I've had high
right.
blood pressure, but
See,
now
yeah,
it's excellent.
They always say that senior citizen years are golden years. Boy, do they lie. It's a doctor's golden year, you know. You're going to be around till you're 102 years old.
102. Well, I was shooting for 95, but
Okay.
I'll take 100.
I don't see you
as
with
long as I
dementia.
can still walk, and you know,
Oh, yeah, I don't see you with dementia.
oh, that's good. 'Cause
And I actually will
sometimes
tell
I
you
think
when
I'm
I,
halfway there now. But,
oh, well, we all have that, you know. But I actually see when you cross over, you'll be in your own bed.
in my own bed. Oh, that's a
And you'll
good.
grow very, be
Yeah.
very natural. There won't be any pain.
Yeah, that's a good.
I'm also will tell you that be careful and limit yourself on sugar intake.
I do.
And that's important, okay? And also,
Yeah,
go out. Do you ever go out dancing?
I do not dance.
Get out there and go out to the
I don't-
party.
I don't
Enjoy
wanna
yourself.
Dance. I don't want to dance.
Well, get out and listen to the music.
I
Oh,
do,
he
I
does,
do. I
yeah.
go out and
You
listen
gotta
to
get out
music
more.
now and then. Yeah, when I
Okay.
can.
Don't allow yourself to be so involved in what you're doing for, in your.
that shut you off from the
that-
rest
right,
of society,
okay.
yeah.
I actually danced on my TV show a couple
You do.
weeks ago.
I got them on my
Yeah,
video.
yeah.
Good.
I have fun with it, you know. This is you. This is telling me there's a lot of good cases coming around you, but you've got to allow them to happen. You're pretty routine. When you agree with me,
You know,
you get up at a certain time, you go to bed at a certain, almost at a certain time.
sort of. Yeah.
But you
I
also,
don't know.
also, you know, a lot of times you sleep a lot of restless nights. You don't sleep a lot of sound.
I do not sleep well at all.
No,
Yeah.
okay. That's because your subconscious mind is always. Blah, 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 okay?
Probably what it is, because nobody
You
can
also
find
have 1,
anything
2,
else.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7 angels that are trying to get you to calm down so your kids sleep well.
Well, I wish they'd try a little harder.
They do try, but you're blocking them. Okay? Sometimes we don't even realize it. I definitely see you going to England. I have no doubt
Well,
in my
from
mind.
Langley, yeah,
You know.
okay.
I know you're
I've
waiting for
been
that
once.
point, okay? But it's
Doesn't that
going to
count?
happen in time when the time is here. And I also see a young lady there, a filly there, that you can become acquainted with.
Mm-hmm.
I have a cousin there, but I don't think that's what you're talking about.
No, I'm talking about a lady friend.
Oh, okay.
You know, an acquaintance.
An acquaintance.
Okay. And you take, you would, any type of friendship or relationship that you may get, you take it very seriously. Okay. But you also have a dry sense of humor. People do not know when you're serious or not. And that's fun, isn't it?
Especially my niece.
Yeah.
She can never tell when I'm being serious or not.
You can be a very good cook when you want to be.
I can make peanut butter sandwiches with the best of them.
There you go. You know, a little marshmallow on them, or jelly.
Yeah,
Or
sometimes.
cheese sandwiches, grilled cheese sandwiches.
Grilled cheese sandwiches for
But
everybody.
when you want to, you can cook very well. Okay. Who does the house cleaning in your house? I have a question, reason for that.
The maid is off right now. So
You have a vacuum cleaner.
I own 2 vacuum
Your
cleaners.
mother wants to know if you know how to use them.
Your mother's a wise woman.
Yeah.
She also,
Oh, yeah, I got a
your
crap
mother
on my
was
leg.
she also knows that your mother was a very meticulous housekeeper, wasn't she?
Yeah, pretty much.
Everything
yeah.
had to be in a certain
Yeah, she was
place.
very proper English lady.
Yes. Okay. And the one thing I'm looking at her is she's saying, you both have got to use that vacuum cleaner.
You're both a couple of slobs.
Yeah.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah.
Like
Because
a
she said
kitty
there's
and-
nothing wrong with dusting
Yeah.
doing dusting here and there.
Yeah,
and getting
but I
rid
got a
of the
cat,
cobwebs.
you know, and the cat just sheds all over the
Right,
place.
yeah.
And,
Blame
So
it on
she
the
said
cat.
to put the
yeah,
cat
that's
in a
what
cage.
that's what I'm doing.
Yeah.
No, I don't put cats in cages.
She said, put your cat in a cage and clean.
No.
Ooh, your oven pretty dirty, is it?
What?
Your oven?
The stove is, yeah.
Yeah. She said soap and water does wonders.
Oh my goodness.
Your dad is sitting there laughing.
Uh-huh.
Did your dad smoke cigarettes?
A long time ago when I was,
And that's
he
how I
had
recognize you.
quit by the time I was
Yeah.
about 5 or so.
But I have to let you know, he was a hard-working man, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was
Okay.
retired from the Army.
Yeah, and he was very proud of his services.
Yeah.
And you were very proud of him. Thank your dad. I'm thanking your dad for serving that country, by the way. Okay. Were you in the military?
No.
Okay. But you served our country in other ways. Were you like me, a peace child that marked up down back in the 60s, you know? But the one thing I'm also going to tell you is that you and your brother, even though you have disagreements and stuff like that, but you two could not live without each other being around.
Oh, no, probably not.
Because you're so used to each other.
Well, I've known him for 65 years.
Oh, God, that's a long time. You know.
Yeah, and
But you
he's,
both have a
he's
lot-
known me almost all of his
Right,
life.
yeah. You two have different directions in life. His path is different than yours, but yet you're all very compatible.
That's not true.
When you get bossy, you can get pretty bossy.
No, I'm not bossy.
Yes, you are.
Huh?
I'm not bossy at all.
We'll say
We'll
you
have to
speak
talk
your
later.
mind. How's that? You can speak it. But I also want you to start figuring out how to write a book as well.
Okay.
You were an engineer at one time, you said? Oh, you took a
Engineer, no.
course. What did you do for work? Oh, you were a truck driver,
Truck
right?
driver, yeah.
So that actually falls through into what you're doing now, the paranormal, because doing a lot of truck driving, you've seen a lot of weird things in your travels.
I have, yeah.
Okay. So it's also taught you how to be who you are today. Okay.
And like as Lynn said, she's a number of times she's come close to dying. I
So
have
that
too,
you-
but on different kinds of.
Right.
Different
Were you in an
reasons.
automobile accident one time?
Was I?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you died there?
No.
And came back to life?
No, I just got out of the car and walked
No,
away.
you died there and came back to
No, it
life.
wasn't that serious.
I wish I could prove it to you, but I'm telling you now, you actually did.
Maybe your heart stopped.
I totaled
Yeah,
my
it
brother.
did.
I
That's what I
totaled my
call it.
brother's car, but
Yeah.
maybe he killed me afterwards. I couldn't.
No, your heart actually stopped while you were going into that, whatever the accident was.
Yeah, you might
Okay,
have
it
had a
stopped
little
for like
heart
30
attack.
seconds and it come back to life.
Hey, that would be a good excuse. I mean, the truth is, I just drove into a parked car, but you know.
Yeah. But that's what I'm telling you, because you were subconsciously in there. I'm also going to tell you, there's a lot more healing coming to you physically. I know you're going to tell me there's nothing wrong with you, but I am going to tell you.
No,
Yes.
I'm recovering now from total hip replacement.
Okay, that's what it's
I had back surgery
And
a
they
year and a
actually
half
did.
ago.
Okay, and that actually is all very successful. However, I am going to recommend that you have some Reiki energy done on your back
That's a
and
good
on
idea.
your knee to
My
take a
knee.
lot of that pain. Yep. Whatever surgery, or on your hip as well.
Oh,
Because I notice that whatever the pain is, the Reiki energy will pull it out for you. Okay. I won't encourage deep body. I would encourage a massage, but I wouldn't encourage a deep body massage.
Yeah.
Because your spine is like this.
Yeah, I don't want
And if
anybody.
you did all that, and you wouldn't like the way I do the massage, and trust me, I'm
No,
not a very
I'm
gentle
sure I
person.
wouldn't.
I make people yell, holler, and scream, then I'm happy. But actually, when I do, a lot of times when I do exorcism, I work on a purple's body, and boy, you can see all that energy that's coming out, you know. And I actually would like you to study on how to do exorcism. I would recommend that for you.
You
could do
know,
a very good job
I would
at it.
love to witness one.
Next time I do one, I'll let you know.
Okay.
And you guys are more than welcome to come.
You'll go. I won't.
Okay.
Yeah, she doesn't.
You'll come, right,
Doesn't
Mary?
like that
What's
stuff.
that?
To an exorcism. Where I take out the bad body out of the bad spirit on the body. No? No, okay.
I'm with you, Mary.
Guess it's
My
just you
ex-wife
and me,
would
no?
run. Huh?
Just you and me, I guess.
All right. There's your religious card, your spiritual card. In your own way, you're very spiritual. In your own way. And I don't mean it's in the church, and I don't mean it's in on this or that. I mean, in your heart, you have your own belief, and you have your own way of doing things.
I'm
You're
not.
like I am.
I'm not religious.
No.
I don't go to church.
No,
but
you're
yes,
spiritual.
Yeah.
Church is only a building.
that's true.
Okay, it's the people that make it. Like in Massachusetts, where that preacher's got busted for sexual abuse. You know,
A lot of them.
when people have to hide behind that, you know, that's so sad. I also will tell you, in 2 years, you're going to need a hearing aid.
In 2 years.
Don't-
You already have
You didn't
selective
hear
hearing.
that. You didn't hear that.
You also have selective hearing too.
You didn't hear that either.
You know how to shut people down when you
You-
want
You're
to.
not hearing any of this.
She really is. But I also will tell you that one thing about your show is you're very encouraging to other people. You encourage people to reach within their own spiritual depth to see what they can see through the spiritual world. You may not come out and say it, but
We
in your
leave it open.
presentation, but you're
Yeah.
very open to people. The one thing I know about your show is that people can text you and ask questions. Okay.
Mm.
Also, I will tell you that you lived in Egypt for a while in your past life.
Egypt. Okay.
You actually know how the pyramids were made, but once you came here, you forgot how they were done.
Well, I'm not sure I forgot, but I'm not telling.
Yeah. And you can't because I've had people, tell us. I had one guy offer me $500,000, and I said to if I would tell him how the pyramids were made. I said, I don't know. I can make you up a story, but they're not. It's not for us to know.
Yeah.
You know, when they're time to know, they will. Okay. Be careful of driving. Okay.
Mm.
It's not you so much as you get in an accident, someone right near you, so you like premonitions we just talked about. You can avoid if you hear something inside your head. No, you're not going mental. Well, maybe you are, but not really. You know.
Yeah, the jury's
that
still out on that one.
Right. Okay. But if you hear something, don't go this way. Go that way.
Listen to it, huh?
Right. Go that. Don't be an idiot and go that way. Okay. Follow what your premonitions are saying. Okay?
Don't be stubborn and do the opposite. You're
Yeah.
telling me.
You're English.
English, I am.
That's the one that stubbornness comes in.
I'm
Would you like
English
to
and
go to
I'm
England?
Libra.
Because you are going to England.
Okay. When?
That- I'm looking at within a year and a half to 2 years.
You have 2 years. Okay.
Yeah, okay.
That's not,
It's teaching you patience, my dear girl. Patience.
Oh, it's been too
patience,
long.
patience.
Because you're going to be going. I had a woman who went and became so in tune with winning the Powerball, she had a nervous breakdown out of it. I said, you're not going to win, But when you go there, you're going to see a lot. If you take a look at your history books and you go through like Liverpool, you're going to see some buildings that you might even recognize because you lived there in your past life. Okay.
Isn't that his second time? Yeah, that's
Isn't
come up.
Liverpool where they have the time slips? No.
Yes,
was it?
Bold Street, in Liverpool.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
And,
you have lived there in your past life.
Okay.
and your mother left out of Liverpool when she came to the States.
I believe so, yeah. My parents were both born in England. And
You eat fish?
Sometimes, yeah.
Yeah, good for you. You need to eat more fish.
I
Good
need to
thing
eat,
we're on
I
the
need
air,
to
I will
eat more
say.
meat, too.
More people. I'm a firm believer. Everything in this universe is here for a reason, whether it's cows, sheep, not dog. My brother was in the Korean War. They actually ate dog. You know, but it's called survival. Over there, it's catastrophe.
In some countries, it's
a
normal.
delicacy, yeah. But I also will tell you that you be very careful, because I'm seeing someone's going to try to tell you that they are related to you, and they're not. They're going to try to build up, oh, you're my uncle, or, you know, or whatever.
I
and
don't
then,
know why anybody would want to, but
Yeah, I don't understand
looking
that.
for attention. They're lost souls with each other, okay? You're a lost soul that finally found this home. You understand what I mean by that?
Right.
You know, for a lot of years, you were searching for the right answer, for the right places. Now that your soul has found what you're doing now, you're no longer a lost soul.
I'll buy that.
Okay? One thing about you, you're a very honest person. Oh, God, that hurts me to be nice. But you really are.
Did that hurt, Norm?
Yes, it
Yeah.
did. Yeah.
I could tell.
If someone lost, we'll say, $1,000, and there might be a wallet or whatever, you would very respectfully not give it to the police because you know you never get it back, but put an ad in the paper, not how much or what, just say around a certain, or you would actually, it could be someone that might have dropped it and you might have seen them, and you will give it to them.
If I saw somebody drop it, I would absolutely give it back to them. If I had no idea where it came from, that's another story.
But you'd put an ad in the paper for it, you know.
You're giving me too much credit, no.
Your conscience would have to be your guide. But if there's no ID, it's just laying there, and that, I'm the same way you are. Hey, how am I going to, you know, I found $1,500, want no ID, no nothing. Oh, okay. But I was nice. I went to see people who come around that area. Nobody showed up, so I had a heck of a good drinking time at that time, you know. But with us, that we in the spiritual world, we have to be really honest about what, because we have to pay karma back, and that's no fun. Okay. Your heart rate is going boom, 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 and when you're sleeping, your heart rate almost stops. It slows down to almost not going, which is very normal.
I don't know.
You dream a lot.
I know I dream, but I cannot remember dreams.
You're only going to remember the dreams that you're supposed to remember.
I'm not supposed to remember anything.
Okay. One thing I'll also tell you, financially, you're going to be okay. Health-wise, I am a little concerned about you. Even though you're going to tell me you don't have blood pressure problems and all that.
Hey, I'm not saying that I might not in the future, but
No,
right
I'm
now
looking at
it's
whatever.
excellent.
Yeah, it's fine. Learn how to take care of it. Learn to take care of you. Eat more natural products. There's no such thing as full organic.
Natural stuff like beef, you mean?
Like beef.
Hamburger.
I like meat.
Hamburger.
But I'm more of a, well, I don't know about the hamburger.
French fries.
I'm more of a,
Natural
no. I'm like you, I'm more of a vegetarian.
Yeah.
You know.
I would starve to death if I was a vegetarian.
Why?
I don't like vegetables.
Oh, well, you have to learn. That's why I'm seeing that. You need the iron.
Somebody else keeps telling me the same
You
thing.
need spinach.
Spinach.
Or an iron pill.
Or his niece or me.
That's right.
Or his niece or me.
Yeah, she keeps telling me the same thing.
You know, if you don't do it, stick a firecracker on the button and say, I'm going to light it down. You get a choice. Either eat vegetables or I'm going to light the fire.
No, you don't force him to do anything.
No. That's when it becomes stubborn. But actually, I would encourage you to eat more vegetables. You know, I know you don't like them, or find out what the vitamin is in the vegetable and take that.
Yeah.
One of the things that I know you will not take, and that's turnips.
No.
Turnips are actually one of the most
I love
healthiest.
turnip.
Do you?
I love
They're one of the
rutabaga.
most horrible
Yeah.
tasting veggies going, but yet they're the most healthiest going. For
You're talking about the orange ones, not the
Right,
white turnips,
yeah.
but rutabaga.
Either one, yeah.
Oh,
But
I
they-
get any turnip.
Yeah.
But they are
I like turnip.
they help you prevent you from having cancer.
Helped you prevent from having kids?
Cancer.
Cancer. Oh, that's
Or
better.
kids, it's just as good.
Yeah. I've had my share. I had a lady come to me one time from the social welfare division. I go, okay. She said, when are you going to start supporting your kids? I go, who? She says, you. I go, I have kids? She says, you got one 12 and 10. I said, I do? She said, yeah. And I looked at her, I said, you know what, sweetheart? I haven't been out with a woman in over 35 years, so unless I'm the Immaculate Joseph and don't know about it, you know. And I love these. I had a lady that called me. Thank you, by the way. We'll swap over here. We'll have you.
Okay.
So there's hope for me yet, is what you
A
The
lot.
bottom line.
Write that book.
Okay.
Yeah, and then I have another lady. She's going to do a reading on me on the phone and plus in the studio. And she says, you're married? I go, oh. She says, you got 5 children? I go, oh. And she says, you're a great carpenter? I go, oh. And she said, I have a lovely wife. I go, oh. I said, what do I really do? She said, I told you. I said, lady, you're not a psychic. First of all, I don't have 5 children. Second of all, I can't drive a nail in straight. And third of all, I do and make a very good living at what you're trying to do. And boy, you want to hear that receiver go down. One of the things about you is that, you, like I said, you're a lady who has been through hell and back.
I don't know about that, but we all have our challenges.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. But
Yeah.
okay, but you're not a quitter. You're always making sure that you can take care of things. If somebody gives you a challenge, and they tell you you can't do it, you're going to prove to them, just like him, you can do it, and you don't take no for an answer. It may take you, but
Sometimes.
you will always find a way to do it. Shuffle those.
I think if people assert themselves, they can do just about anything they set
You
their
can
mind
do it.
to.
You know, everybody can do. Like I teach people how to work with their psychic ability, and anybody can do. Everybody has psychic ability. I don't care who.
I
you
agree
are,
with you.
Okay, like yours is in the radio show, psychically. That's what you do a lot of. You both enjoy it. You as a writer, is that part of your psychic ability? Are you an artist?
No.
Who's the artist?
My father was, my brother is.
Your brother is?
Yeah.
He should get more back into it.
Yeah, he doesn't do anything these
would
days.
probably-
I wish you would. I've mentioned that to him. I bought him a sketchbook, too.
Yeah. Tell him in a second. Tell him to. You're going to say, what the hell are they know? Yeah, it's supposed to be any questions about what we're doing here. We're doing readings, and if you want one, give us a call at area code 603-640-3091. Okay, take out 7 cards.
7.
Yeah.
And are we including these
Oh,
right
yeah,
here?
I'm sorry, yeah.
Okay.
While you're doing that, I'll be right back.
Okay.
Keep it. Yeah, talk to him.
Yep.
Has he ever done this for you, Mary?
Yes.
Very good.
Oh, yeah.
I want this
Did
one,
he
and
find
it's
good
coming.
results for you when he did it for you?
Yes. Yes, he has told me a while back, and he says, there's going to be somebody around you that's going to pass away. Very, very close to you. So at first I thought it was my friend Ruthie. And they says, well, maybe not. And then they said, well, a man. I said, well, it could be her husband, because he's been very sick. And then he says, you know, it's strange. Before someone passed away, I don't know if you know about it, but years ago when the old saying is when you hear 3 knocks,
Yeah.
you're going to hear either from the living or hear from the dead. Well, one night I heard 1, 2, 3. Again, I heard 1, 2, 3. I get a phone call
How soon after? Same night?
that her son called me saying that Ruthie had passed away. Because I seen her that week. And my other friend, Dot, was the same way with 3. I hate hearing these knocks. I saw her that week. She went on a cruise and she got sick on a cruise and she passed away out in California. And I talked to her that night before she had the operation. And then, Norm, a while back, he says, you're going to hear, you're going to a funeral. My niece that time passed away, 43 years old.
43?
43, my niece. So this year's been pretty hard all I hear is knocks. And this last one was a knock, 3 knocks. And Father Jerry had passed away. I looked up on Facebook and they're saying that Father Jerry had passed away. So it's strange when you hear knocks. And
They
just
don't
before that-
don't always they're not always premonitions of death though, not always,
Yeah.
but there usually is some kind of
and
message when you hear that.
Sometimes I'll hear a voice saying Mary, like an angry voice.
Mm.
But the last 2 voices I've heard, it was a man and a woman saying, "Hi, Mary," to me.
Mm.
And the last one, I was at Father Jerry's funeral, and I says, "Addie, I'm here with him." And I knew who it was. It was Addie had touched me again. She's done it twice now. She had touched me. And I knew it was Addie off the bat saying, "Thank you for going there for me."
You did it out of respect.
Yeah.
One thing about you, you respect other people. You have a lot of until they prove you wrong. Okay.
I get real disappointed when they prove me
Right.
wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, and you don't know how to hold a grudge, no matter how hard you try. That's
Hold
not
a
who
grudge?
you are. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't.
And you shouldn't even try. Okay. To move on, just forgive them, but you don't forget either. You have a very sharp elephant memory. They'll give you a peanut for your hand. I also will tell you that you have a heart that's very kind and very, but at one time you had a heart that could have been very cold at one time.
In another lifetime, maybe?
No.
Here? This
Yeah,
lifetime?
Okay.
Okay.
But you have also learned how to let go of yesterday and really start learning for today.
Mm.
That's why you are able to write your book.
Mm.
Okay. And you really need to write another one. Okay. Wherever you people go, you know that song, "I will follow him wherever he may go." Well, you two are always going to be friends. You always, whether you go separate for temporary or whether you go back, but you two will always. When you make friends, you make it for keeps.
Yeah.
You don't have children. You have a niece or a nephew that's like a child to you?
That what? It's like a child to me?
Yeah.
Well, I had been recently told that one of my nieces or nephews had been mine in a past life.
It was.
Yeah.
And I also will tell you, your niece and nephew may not understand you, but they respect what you're doing. Let's be honest. People that in our field or what we do, they not so-called
Yeah.
non-believers, they think we're weird. I love non-believers. I really do. Because that, to me, oh my God, how did you know that or whatever? And I'll say, well, that's what you pay me a lot of money for,
Sometimes it makes you feel bad that they don't get it.
Yeah. Well, I like the challenges of it.
Mm.
And so I said, boy, you see, is your dad passed?
Yeah.
Was he quite sick?
Was he what?
Quite ill?
Yeah.
And he's showing me right now. And he said he's very proud of you. Were you close to your dad?
Yeah.
Yeah. You were his little girl?
Well, maybe, but yeah.
Yeah. You could do no wrong.
Well,
You were
that's not true.
No, that's what he's telling me, that you can instigate and look at innocence. Okay. You've always been a child, premonitionistic child, precocious child. You've always been in your own little world.
Yeah, he used to call me Spacey. Dad would call me
Well,
that.
you earned that name.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. But that's okay. Because you are.
I was in
Anyway, in
dreamland, I
our world,
guess.
we're all spacey.
Yeah.
You agree with that?
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
We don't, see, we're in the world, but we're not of the world.
We're in it, but we're not always part of it.
Right, and I don't want to be. Mary keeps me grounded once in a while, right,
Good.
Mary?
Yeah,
She
you gotta
used to-
hit him once in a
Yeah,
while.
yeah,
Oh,
you
yeah.
got it.
Knock some sense
She
into
used to be my bodyguard,
Oh.
I started a fight, she'd finish it for me. Right?
Yep.
Yeah, back in college days.
I weighed about 100 pounds back
Yeah.
then.
Back in them days, But you know what the sad part is? You know and I know, and the spirits that we're going to be telling you, both of you, please start listening to the spirits more when you're doing your paranormal walkthroughs or whatever.
Okay.
Please listen to them. Not some other director, not someone else who's doing, all right. Slow down. There. Please they're going to be giving both of you a lot more messages than they will to the other people.
Good.
Because the reason why they're doing that, because you're truly interested in learning about them.
Yes.
You're truly interested when you go to an old house, whether you go on paranormal investigations, right?
And these are people that lived lives that we know nothing about.
No, right. And they want you to start listening to, because a lot of the ones that you go with, they already, we know this, we know that, but you know what? The spirits aren't even going to talk. When you start having that kind of an attitude, the spirits are not even going to bother to waste their time. But however, you and Will here, you will listen to them.
Yeah.
And even your brother's going to get, even though he may not want to, he's going to get, wow.
Kind of comes along.
He is coming around.
Dragging and screaming.
But he has to do it his own time, just like we all do, you know. You're pretty natural at what you do. Okay, you don't have to have thousands of books, but when you really want to know the answer, you will look at it, and your spirits will guide you to the right answers. I don't know but I definitely see you go to England with them. And I actually
How about he comes with me?
Yeah, actually, she's going, and I might go with her.
Yeah, you'll be the puppet, just tag along, you know.
Yeah.
But I also
Carry
one
the
of the things I
bags.
also will tell you is that you can isolate yourself very well when you want to. You can hide away from people when you want to. You can usually get depressed when you want to. But then you know how to get yourself out of it again. What the hell am I doing being on this mode? You know what I'm saying? You have a strong, strong will to be a survivor. Okay? However, do you know what speed limits are?
Speed limits?
Yeah.
I don't drive fast, do I, Willie?
I can't see the speedometer from the other side.
Yeah.
My father's going, no.
Really, I'm not a speed queen, but you know,
It could be that one time.
sometimes you lose track of where that needle is a little bit.
Yeah.
Just a little.
One of the things that you are good about, you're going to get a lot more premonitions on your driving, where to go, where not to go. Listen to them. Because it could avoid you having a car accident. Okay. You're going to 2 funerals.
I've just been to one.
Okay, you already been to one. There's another one coming up that you're going to. It's going to be someone that you're going to at least expect. He's not an older person. This person that was here at the studio with you, Joe, is that his name? He's not well at all.
Oh, Tom's friend, you're saying?
Yeah. I actually look at him going to his funeral within a year and a half.
Goodness.
He really doesn't take very good care of himself. He's also a very lonely person.
He's what? Very lonely?
We friended each other, but we never hear from him. You know. One thing I'm also going to tell you, this person that, John, was that? No, John? Tom.
Oh,
Tom.
yeah.
You are going to have to walk away, Will, so you don't blow up at him.
I think it would be more her than me.
No, I'm saying you.
Yeah. Okay.
You're going to have enough of him.
Well, you have a boiling point. I mean, we all
Oh,
do.
We
yeah.
all do. And you're going to walk away because you don't want to embarrass yourself. Oh, you. It wouldn't take much to have you tell him where he is. But you do it. You can assault, let me finish here, please. You can assault someone in a very nice way, and they don't even know they've been insulted. Right? Isn't that fun?
I try to be kind.
Yeah, but sometimes they come to a point our kindness goes a long way and people abuse our kindness. So we have to kind of like, you know what, I don't need to put up with this. You know what I'm saying?
Sometimes people keep repeating the same errors and they just don't learn.
Oh, isn't it nerve-wracking?
Yeah.
I love my granddaughter. Sometimes I wish I had the ability of, because it's the same repetition. I'll say, Lena, when the time is right, all this stuff is good. I almost lost her a year and a half ago to suicide.
Oh, goodness.
Now she's in college on the honor roll, and she gets an adopted
Good for
dog.
her. Great.
She's studying to be a vet tech.
Good.
And now she's going to also work with horses, too.
Good.
I'm so proud of her.
I'm glad of her.
And she has a dog, and she adopted a dog. They never told her the dog had Lyme disease.
Oh.
I don't think they even took care of that dog, but she works for a vet, so it helps.
But she's got a good home.
Yeah,
Good.
she sure does. One other thing I'm also going to tell you, there's a lot of big changes coming around you, and they're for the better.
Good.
Okay? You stop doubting yourself so much. Okay, you got to have more. You got to have more confidence in you.
Hmm.
Okay, you own your own house.
Mhm.
Okay, you don't want to sell it right now, right?
Not really.
No,
I was
it's not the time is right.
Okay.
Okay, and probably another maybe 3 to 4 years. I would say yes,
Mm.
but we want the market to come up higher. So, because I don't want to see you losing money. Okay.
Mm. Okay.
You have a dishwasher.
No.
Okay, so you're the dishwasher.
Yep.
You don't cook very often though.
Not a lot. I eat a lot of salads.
And you got to eat more than that.
Oh, I know, but
Some-
I mean, no,
some
every
seriously.
day.
My concern is for you is that like I said, I don't want you to become an anemic.
Mm.
You've got to, I know you don't eat red meat,
Right.
and you'll be very good as a vegetarian.
Mm.
But follow it through. Make sure you're going to get your vitamins, like vitamin B,
Oh, yeah.
spinach. You said you like turnips,
I do, yeah.
and stay away from starchy foods.
Okay.
But you're not going to be a vegetarian for a long period of time.
Oh, what am I going to do?
Because you're going to get sick of not having chicken. You're not going to.
Well, I do have a little bit of chicken.
Okay.
And actually a little bit of ham.
Red
It's
meat,
just-
I don't see you as a big red meat eater.
I just don't eat a lot of meat,
I don't
period.
either,
But
you know. I try to see you with red meat. My son makes the best grilled hamburgers. Doesn't he?
He does.
Oh
Yes,
my
he
God!
does.
So then I wonder why I get sick. My son had a dog. Both his daughters been dead now. Mary
That
had
was cute.
had a kebab on her plate.
Mm-hmm.
I was holding it. The dog decided that he wanted it more than she did.
oh, jeez.
My son had to literally wrestle it. Do you have a dog?
A dog? No.
You ready for one?
You have to be home to take care of the dog. If you go anywhere, you got to have someone take care
And I
of the
do
dog.
see you getting a miniature dog.
A mangy dog?
Yeah, miniature.
Oh, miniature.
Oh no! Even if you got a mangy dog, you take.
I was
care
going
of
to say, I don't want a mangy
Miniature,
one.
you mean a little toy dog?
A little
Yeah.
toy dog that
Get
yaps
a
all
real,
the time.
Get a real dog.
That would drive me crazy. I would like a big dog.
I have
like
a short hair.
Siberian
A real
Husky.
dog.
No, I'm a short-haired terrier chihuahua. I love her. Never thought I'd ever
They
have
yip too much.
No,
It
they don't.
makes me crazy.
one.
She
No, they
don't,
don't.
though.
Mine doesn't.
No?
No,
No.
she's very good.
She's
Yeah.
15 and she's very spoiled. And
I like a
she
good
lets us
sized dog.
know who she is when she wants. It's like we have a male cat that when I get up, he decides that hit my bed is his bed, so I have to sit on the floor.
I like dogs that look like wolves. Huskies.
That's because you're a wolf. Your spiritual guide is a wolf. Your animal
I
guide
think
is a
one of
wolf,
them may be,
okay?
yeah.
You also have a strong totem pole.
What would be some of my totems?
The totem would be a lot of medicine people
Okay.
and a lot of spiritual writers.
Hmm.
Okay, and you have one who has been trying to break into your totem pole, but they can't because the spiritual writers and the Indians they had that are protecting it, that can't. They're not going to allow it to get
Okay.
into there because it's not a good one.
So no negative influences
No
allowed.
negative energy. No.
Okay,
You
good.
know. You also have a wolf as like I said.
I think so
And
too.
you would be sick. You could be put into a pasture holding a lamb, and you'd have a wolf that would protect you and the lamb.
Mm.
So you had the heart of a wolf and the gentleness of a lamb.
Oh.
Okay. When you write, don't write so fast. Slow it down.
I do a lot of rewrites.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And when you do rewriting, and make sure that you're doing it for the right reasons. It's okay to make a mistake. Are you a good speller?
Yeah, used to be.
No. I don't know how I ever graduated from college, because they didn't have spell check back then days, But the one thing I'm also looking at, you're going to meet some people that you don't even, on your family, on your father's side, that you never even knew existed.
Hmm.
And also I see, is he from England as well?
Dad, no. Dad's side of the family actually, Nova Scotia.
Yeah, okay. But you're going to meet some people through that area, whether through Facebook or whatever, that you're going to have a great reunion with.
Oh,
You actually
nice.
you should have been a twin.
A twin?
Oh God, imagine two of them, Will.
God, really?
You would have had nightmares all over again. But the lady that came through decided that because your mother could not have handled you as an active child, and that child as a mentally handicapped child.
Hmm.
And it would have been too much. So a lot of times when they choose to go back to the other side, You also knew the path that you were going to be with. Remember that both of you chose who your parents were going to be.
Yeah.
Wrong or right, too. Okay. And you have no regrets.
No. Great
Do you knit?
parents. Pardon me?
Do you knit?
Yeah, I was just thinking I'd like to get back into knitting
Actually,
again.
I'm going to encourage you to
Yeah.
because of your hand, so
Yeah.
that you can't hand because of the arthritis you have coming.
Yeah.
And that it also helps you to concentrate more on what you're doing, you know.
Okay.
Boy, are you stubborn.
No.
Yeah.
Willie's the stubborn one.
No, you can be too.
Because I know what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
Right,
not always. Okay, swallow thy pride and let's.
I'm not very prideful.
Okay, you had your relationship with Will and his brother is really awesome. Okay, there's
It's a good threesome.
Yeah. Oh, all right.
I know.
But I mean, you two are you're all very honest with each other. You don't have to hold anything back or whatever. But Will can be very moody at times.
Me? Moody? Oh, that's you. You're moody.
No, I am. I'll be the
moody.
first one.
Yeah.
I'm very temperamental.
Oh, that's your name. So,
Yeah, that fit my name perfectly. You're also going to be. This is not the first. You're going to be setting up another event. You two, with your radio show and sponsorship, you're going to set up another event like you have now. In about 6 months.
Another one.
Because it's got you intrigued in doing it. Okay.
Well, we do this one every year, and we have in the past done other events on our
But
own.
this one is another one. You're going to be a bigger one.
We do lectures too.
Bigger and
Yeah.
better.
In the fall, we do
And
several.
you're actually going to be doing one outside of Boston.
Are we going to make any money out of it?
Yeah, we're going to make any
Oh,
money.
Well, you're going to break even.
It's about time.
Okay.
It's better than we're doing now.
Yeah.
We're going to have
But
a
you-
national TV show?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay. We
Yeah,
had a community
do
TV
you
show.
want to go? No, it could be like mine, but I actually see you. Don't be afraid to go on TV, but you can't have both either a radio show or a TV show. It could be one or the other.
Yeah, we sort of
did
found
have,
that
yeah,
out.
we did have both for a while. For,
Yeah.
for a little over a year.
It's a lot of work.
You know, at
They-
this station, you can't have. You got to have either one or the other.
Yeah. A lot
I
of
like doing my show. I like to look at my gorgeous body on the air. But I have a lot of fun too, like you do. You enjoy what you do, but it's time for you to grow. It's time for both of you to say, okay, let me check out a different venue. Do I need to move to another station, or can you expand there where you are now? I would say that I'm not going to say you're not going to do that. You're not going to do it right away, but I definitely want to have you look at some other, because I think you'll be fantastic doing your own TV show.
But we did do it like we said, and
But
it
I
was
mean, I
it
want you to
was
come
great. But it's a lot of work coupled with a radio show. There's just so many hours in a day.
Yeah, but you're going to have a choice either do it a TV show or a radio show. The choice is going to be yours, okay?
Oh.
But I would probably encourage a TV show. Your radio show is good, don't get me wrong. I enjoy being on it. But I think it's more fun when you meet people and talk with, like we're doing now. You know?
Yeah.
Funny, every now and then I do get emails from Hollywood and stuff about shows, but nothing has come along.
Nothing come along yet.
They don't seem to know what they're looking for when they give
No.
us a call.
I was on a travel station.
Uh-huh.
I did a show, and the lady tried to discredit me. Boy, you want to see? I said, you know what? Say what you want. Okay, I know what I see. I know what I do. And you want to see the people that slammed her? I will never ever tell you I'm 100% accurate, and I think anybody should.
No,
If they
everybody
do,
makes
then you know what?
mistakes.
No, not to. The last 7 months, like I said, you're going to one more funeral, and you got one more. And he's a kind of a young man that come in an automobile accident. And
An automobile accident?
I already know who it is, but I'm not going to say.
It's not good.
Okay, because I'd rather be holding it back and be, to say and then say, oh my God, because you would turmoil over it, and I just wouldn't want to happen. One thing I do see with Joe, he's moving to a whole new area altogether.
Joe?
I mean, John? Tom.
Tom.
I don't know
okay.
why. Joe must have his past life thing or something like that. But Tom, I actually see him uprooting and taking his girlfriend and moving to another area where they're going to appreciate him even more. Don't get me wrong, they appreciate him now. But he has a lot of talent, and he needs to be let people know more about it. Even though I respect what he does, we may not agree, but he had the right to understand that he could not make it,
Yeah.
and he started a new job. So
Okay.
Financially, you're going to do, your book will take a little while to sell, but when it does, you're going to do okay. Your spirit wants you to donate some of that to some kind of a charity.
I already do, yeah.
Okay, well, I'll just tell you.
Yeah, we do a lot with the James House in Hampton, the James House Museum, Hampton, New Hampshire. We donate a lot of time and we raise money for them.
Where's that?
New Hampshire, Hampton, New Hampshire.
Oh, Hampton.
Yeah.
You like Hampton Beach, don't you, in Hampton? Have
Used
you ever
to.
seen it? You and I like in Hampton, that, you know, the mother and the Lady of the Lake statue?
Oh,
yeah.
that's beautiful.
Oh, I've been there and I've actually seen her tears coming out of her eyes because people will not respect it. And that's just so sad. And you know what? We're going to have a lot of more frequent weather, bad weather until people start realizing Mother Nature has a right to be heard,
Yeah.
you know, and listened to.
Yeah.
One thing I'm also looking at you too, this is going to be your year. And when you cross, you're going to do natural in your bed.
I'm going to what again?
You're going to be in your bed naturally.
But not this year.
Oh, no.
Okay. Because you just said this year.
No, it's when she crosses. You know, you got like another 30 years to go yet. Okay, you got to put up with her for another 30 years.
I don't want to go to a nursing home, so that's good.
No.
Yeah.
I don't see you in a nursing home.
Good.
You may go for a short rehab because if you're not careful, be careful of your walk, because there are times when you have some unsteadiness, and I don't mean from alcohol. I mean you have a lot of mobile imbalance at times, because that means you need more protein, you need more, take it better.
Okay.
And when you get up, you can get up very quickly at times. And then you get that head rush.
Yeah.
Okay.
Am I winning the lottery, Norm?
No.
Oh. You sure?
Didn't even have to think about that one.
120%. You might win those sweepstakes.
Okay, I'll try that
Okay.
then.
But as far as the big lottery goes,
Okay.
Everybody says to me, what are the numbers to play? I said, if I knew the numbers, I'd be playing
That's
them,
right.
And I said, well, how come you don't win? If I won that spiritual number, that spiritual, you realize if I had the power to do that, how many millions and millions and billions of dollars I could win?
Yeah, and people would hound you.
Oh, yeah, you're not going to, I'd get how many times, Mary?
Yeah.
People want to know what their
Yeah.
winning numbers are.
Yeah.
I'll give you one more here. You don't like making decisions, do you? You ponder them.
I really, yeah.
But when you do, you know it's the right answer for you.
Yeah,
Okay.
generally.
And in your house, you have a lot of great spirits.
In my house? Yeah, I feel that there's
Your
probably
bird stays there every once in a while to let them know that you're welcome with them.
that
You're
there
in
are
stage, right?
spirits of people who lived there before.
Right, they were
Yeah.
very spiritual.
Yeah.
Okay. The house chose you to live. You didn't choose the house.
You know, I've heard that before too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People don't realize it. Like in my apartment, I believe that the spirit chose us to be there too.
Mm-hmm.
The man who lived there, I should make much well. You know that domino on the Monopoly game? That man with the top hat? The
Oh,
beard,
yes, okay.
That's what my spirit, that person looks like. How many questions?
Oh, we're not going to England this year, huh?
I look as you do will be late. Like in October or November. Gotta save your penny. The
would
time,
be-
you'll know when the time is right. Right now it's not cool to go over there because of what's going on with the climate. Everybody's hating this one,
Yeah.
everybody's hating that one. And I will tell you, there's one, over in England, there is one big catastrophe fire happening.
Fire.
And it's going to burn a lot of streets.
This is upcoming.
That's like in Africa, I truly believe it's either 1.25 100,000, probably 1.25 million acres of land that's going to be burned.
Jeez.
People are not respecting the earth.
So you don't think this is something that is artificially started?
Oh, we'll be artificially started.
You think so? Kind of like maybe space weaponry again?
Yeah, not more like a callus. People don't know what they're doing. They're firing at something,
Oh,
They
okay.
get like a gas tank or whatever, It's like maybe somebody trying to blow up the country or whatever. See, I believe this. Over out in Georgia, outside of Russia, that small town of Georgia, I'm a firm believer there's a little office there where 3 to 4 people can literally, through the computer, destroy the world. And as you look around, that's what's happening.
Well, supposedly with the space Star War weapons, they can do just that if they want. Yeah.
We gotta find a way, and I'm not blaming Democrats, I'm not blaming Republicans, I'm not blaming this one, I'm not blaming that one, because each one of us are held accountable for what we're doing and with our country and with our actions.
Yeah, there's a lot to be said about maintaining a positive attitude because
Right.
the earth is absorbing the hate and so forth.
Right. I make a lot of comments, I'm Mary, on my Facebook
Yeah.
about different
Oh,
things.
yeah.
You know, like, we should be kind to each other, think positive. I believe that everybody is a winner. I don't believe in the word failure. Failure only exists if you want it to. You know what I mean? Failure is, like, yeah, I'm sure we've all been down and out and wondering how we're going to survive the next day. But you know what? We always find the answer, don't we?
Mm-hmm.
And both of you have got to stop holding yourselves back spiritually.
Spiritually? Okay.
Because you're doing the thing, but it's almost like when you do your radio show, it's almost like a robotic type thing where you know how to turn it on, you know everything. Now allow your spirit to work with you. Okay? And I want to see both of you have a lot more success than you had.
Now, how do you measure success?
Happiness within you.
Okay, well, we do
And-
have that.
And
We're not-
happiness when you when the responses from the crowd is also
We do get a lot of positive feedback. It's just that we're not successful financially because we don't charge.
No,
It
you
would be
can't.
nice to get a little monetary
Yeah.
success there too, you know.
Yeah, a little.
Oh, I agree.
yeah.
Well, that's what I agree with that. Like when I do counseling, I don't charge. I don't. That
Well,
spirit.
you know,
gives
you
me
have
the
every
words.
right to if that's the way you're making your money.
Well, I do it with readings, and
Yeah.
I do when I do counseling, like a donation, and stuff,
Yep.
because the spirit gave me the. See, I
The
believe in
talent.
this. When I teach people how to do psychic readings, I don't charge because the spirit didn't charge me.
Yeah, that's
know.
a good point.
And the one thing, if people are on state, all right. You have an angel that tell you to open your mind more and listen to what she's saying.
Oh,
And
I thought that meant I'm a queen bee.
Yeah, well, that
No.
could be too.
No.
But it's also like, your great aunt or your grandmother.
Hmm.
Okay. Always remember, you don't have to know your spirits know you.
Yeah.
And also know this, in the field that you're in, sad but true, you have a lot of jealous people.
Oh, that's
Oh,
absolutely
yeah.
true.
It's
Isn't
very,
it
very
sad?
contentious. It really is.
Like with me, I wish other people the power and luck. I don't have time to feel sorry for someone, for them to, if they want to feel jealous of me, that's up to them. I
They're
don't have
hoping
time.
it equates with money and fame.
Yeah.
That's why.
And they know. I can remember one lady said, well, I just graduated from this school. I said, well, good for you. And my teacher told me I was going to make a lot of money at what I do. I said, well, good for you. She's still waiting for that money to come in. If you're, and don't get me wrong, I'm Jewish, so I like to make money. I'm Jewish and Scot, I count my money this way. And my granddaughter said, here, But if you're in it for the money, then you're in the wrong field.
Oh, that's right.
You really are. And there's a lot of gratification in what we do. I get a lot of people probably back from 10 years ago.
Truly, because you are helping people out, Norm.
Yeah,
It's a service.
And I've had people, do you remember what you told me 10 years ago
No.
or 15 years ago? No. They really will get upset with me. If I remembered, like with you when in the show, you might get a person might say, do you remember we did that paranormal show about, we'll say, 6 years ago? They're going to expect you to remember everything about it. And if you do that, then, it doesn't work that way. But when we are just who we are, that's the best part. Okay? I've had the pleasure of marrying people,
Oh,
and
great.
I've had the pleasure of burying people. From one extreme to another, right?
Yep.
No, when I do, I'm a licensed reverend.
Oh,
So
yeah.
when I do memorial services, I don't do it the traditional way. I have the family members, as she can tell you,
You did a very good job for my
Uh, uh,
nieces.
Oh,
that
great.
speak about what they remember about someone, a loved one.
Yeah.
Even if it's bad or whatever. Because so many of them go to these funerals or memorials, and they go to see what someone looks like instead of going to see, oh, she looks just fine, doesn't she? She's dead. You know what I mean? But and then I had a weird coincidence. I went and did a party about 3 weeks ago, and one of my very dear friends, who was an angel that tells me, and guides me that had passed, I went to her granddaughter's house to do a memorial, to do a second party. I love doing second parties. I like doing anything that fits in that spiritual world, okay? Do you ever do paranormal parties? Like you might go to a house and do and they have, certain people come and ask you questions about it?
I did that once.
Cool, isn't it?
Yeah, it was fun.
You also say you do lectures?
Yeah, well, we
do
pick,
presentations.
Yeah, various topics.
Okay, the next time you come on, we're going to have you give us a presentation.
Well, we use PowerPoint, and we often talk about our investigations or something that might be in my book, something to that effect.
Well, next time you come on, now you're already forewarned.
Not
Right?
sure how we'd do that, but
Yeah, right.
have our presentations on all the screens?
We can put it in front of you.
Yeah.
You got enough room to put them there?
Oh, I don't know, Norm. It would be kind of difficult to do a PowerPoint presentation.
Well, do whatever you think is right.
Hmm.
Okay, or you can get to a presentation without the screen.
Hmm.
Screens are only like a backup, like a security.
Yeah,
for
yeah,
you. Or you can minimize them.
yeah.
And I really would like to have you come and be on, do a lecture wars. What do you think, Mary?
That would be good.
I think it'd be interesting, don't you?
It would.
Truly.
Yeah.
There was one thing I wanted to talk about, which has to do with EVPs,
Okay.
voice
right.
phenomena.
You got like 5 or 7 minutes.
And this Cody Desbians, he takes the scientific approach in trying to decipher what are the mechanics behind being able to hear a disembodied voice from something that is not physical. It has no voice box. So how is it projecting the vibration so that we can either hear it with our ears or on tape? And that's one big common mystery in the paranormal to understand. But I just came across something that is, I think, more mysterious than that. I just read a book about this cop who's a crime scene investigator. And he had various things that happened to him. So he was telling about a story of a crime lab, 3 different employees in the forensics lab that kept hearing voices. Only 2 of them, a name was called, and the 3rd one heard a sneeze. Come to find out, the voices and the sneeze came from the author of the book, but the author wasn't there. So it's kind of interesting. How is it that someone who is alive and not present can create a voice while they're gone? So did they leave it on the ethers in the air? Is there some kind of dimensional interfacing that's taking place? Because usually it's a deceased person that is communicating with someone live. So I think that'd be an interesting question to ask Cody about. How is it that a live person not present has left their imprints somewhere in the ethers that interface with whomever is in the lab?
Right. When I do, I've done telecabatha with another friend of mine. He went to Governor's Island. I was in my house. We had the phone, but we did not. Actually, we did it mentally talking to each other.
That's
And
interesting.
people look at you, what the hell, But it's fun.
Well, if you can do that, but this guy was not
Oh, no.
telepathically
Is he around
communicating.
here? Does he live around here?
No, he's in Ogden, Utah.
That's right.
He's in Utah.
Oh, too bad, because I have him come on my show.
Yeah, that would be
If
interesting.
you know of it, you might not be interested in coming in and have him Facebook me, okay?
Sure.
Because I always am open and challenging. Mary's also.
Yep.
Mary, there's a couple of guests for you.
Yeah. Like, come
Hey,
on
good. You wanna
anytime.
go on her
When you
show?
got time, I'll give you my card and let me know when you come on.
Oh.
Well,
Well, we know certainly a lot of people that are experts with paranormal topics is their expertise.
I would like to have more because I mean, it's paranormal is a going thing right now.
Yeah, except in New
Yes,
Hampshire, maybe. Nobody in
No,
New Hampshire
no,
knows
but
about it.
In Maine, it's really good. But most of the people that I have come in contact with that talk about paranormal don't know what the hell they're talking about. I got to give you 2 credit.
Well, thank you.
Believe me, if I didn't think so, I also would tell you that too.
We do our homework.
Yeah, and you have to, Do you? One of the things that you have. Well, a person that has died, there's an amorous of your body.
The what?
That's an amorous of his body.
And
In other words,
didn't follow
she's
you.
in love with your body.
Oh, amorous with your body.
amorous. Okay, somebody that died. Why can't it be somebody that's still alive?
Yeah, that's where I would start.
Yeah.
My friend Bob, who passed away 4 years ago, he had this one spiritual. Her name was Molly.
Mm-hmm.
She would not leave him alone. And
I've heard of that.
Yeah, and they actually had sex with him.
I've heard of that, yeah.
You lucked out on that one there. But you will, if you're looking for a companion, it will come when you're ready. But you're very selective. Okay? You know, so we got 5 minutes here. Talk about your event that's coming up. Quickly.
See.
You're on.
Oh, well, gee, my mind just went blank.
Okay, well, it's the New
Typical woman.
England Parafest 2019 this weekend, Friday and Saturday.
When?
When?
Where?
Where?
Where's
On
the
Friday,
night?
it's
Go ahead.
on Friday night, it's the KIT Research Institute Center in Stratham, 81.
81 Portsmouth Ave, Stratham,
Okay.
New Hampshire. Doors open at 5:30.
A lot of great speakers.
A lot of great speakers.
One thing that you might be interested in hearing about, especially in you, Norm, we're having an interspecies communicator, so she communicates with animals, plus other
I
people.
would love to
and-
have that.
Yes, and she's communicated with whales out in the ocean, and the lynx came and visited her, and she diagnoses ailments with different animals, particularly dogs, because that's a common pet. She's very interesting.
She might be a good guest for you.
Is she around here?
Yes, she's
not too far away.
she's in Maine, but not very far north.
Okay.
Yep.
And you can think of Facebook me her name?
Yes, I'll give
I'd
that to you.
appreciate that.
Yeah,
Okay.
she'd be an excellent guest.
And forgot to mention earlier, also on Friday night, we're having a seance
Oh yes,
and
that
a
should be
glass
fun.
divination session. At the
I
center.
used to do seances.
You used to do them?
I did it on the dark side.
Yeah, you
So
walked on the
that-
dark side for a little while.
I was
Yeah.
for a lot of years, okay? Then when I got sober, I realized the dark side wasn't for me. Oh, yeah. And the one thing that when seance is I've actually lifted tables.
Oh yeah,
I've actually played with Ouija boards.
yeah.
This is why it makes me who I am today. I enjoy who I am, you know. And if you don't enjoy who you are today, start finding a new path, and that you can.
Are Ouija boards evil?
Yes, they are.
End of subject.
Some people think they're not, but I believe they are.
Yeah.
They're going to let you know what you want to know. They're going to play it. You're going to play right into their hands.
That's one thing I wouldn't have is the Ouija board in my house.
We actually took a whole bunch of Ouija boards. I
My
think like
sister
25
did.
or 30 of them.
That was the worst thing she
You know
could
the
have done.
old-fashioned
Yep.
iron drums you burn stuff in, like oil.
Yeah.
We actually put 25 of them in. You should have heard, oh, I'll be good, don't make me go away, and all this stuff. You could literally, I wish there was a way I could show you all this stuff. Back in them days when they had the recorders and stuff, you know.
I've heard of Ouija boards screaming if someone
Oh, yeah.
tried to burn them or something.
A friend of mine,
Strange stories.
one of my clients went to court, and he said that the judge was gay, and the Ouija board had told him that his lawyer was gay, okay, and that the prosecutor was gay, and that the girl won this. But I go, no, we're going to get you out of here. Well, I want to thank you two. We got 2 minutes. I want to thank you both for coming on again, and trust you two will come back on again.
Thank you very
Thank you
much.
for
We're
having
going to
us,
have
Ron.
you do a
Mary?
presentation. Okay?
Our pleasure, thank
And my
you.
pleasure to do the readings with you. Okay? And everybody out there, next week we're going to have a man from Hope Recovery Center. And every one of you, remember, every day, you're the winner. And don't forget to watch Mary tomorrow.
Norm's going to be
Yeah.
with me
Oh, yeah, I'll be with you at what time?
at 5 o'clock, cruising with Mary.
There you go. Have a good night.